Well, hello everybody. Looks like y'all are all here. I had to feed old hubby before I could come on here. Let me get the link posted and everything muted. I think he's still over there eating. Can you hear him? Now let me go over here. Get it pinned. I hear you, honey. Well, did I get it fixed? I still don't think I got that pinned. Can you hear me? Maybe I muted over on the other side. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done. That other side says I'm not even supposed to be started yet. Hello, Francis.
Okay, you haven't started yet, have you?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
Oh,
I've started. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay, well, I can't show you then.
Yeah.
Darn.
I'm getting everything all confused here. So yeah, it started. We're live. Loud and
Okay.
clear. They said we're loud and clear. And up there's Miss
Yep,
Sheila.
there's Miss Sheila.
Hello,
Hey, Miss
Sheila.
Sheila.
Hello, not feeling my best today.
Oh no.
Just kind
Let
of
me go. Let me go up here. We got Jean. Jean's here, and
17.
Susan's here, and Candy's here. Hello to all y'all. Let me go. Susan Year Out and Susan Munger. We got lots of Susans tonight, don't we?
Yeah, sure do.
Peggy Lynn's here. And we just do this call out right quick. Donna Armstrong. Maybe I'll be to the bottom of the page in a
Linda
minute.
Denton and Charlotte Villa.
Well, see, you're way. I've got to scroll on down. Nope, there's Charlotte. Yellow Charlotte. Rowena. See, got Martha Gilcrease. I'll be to the bottom in a minute. Maybe. Yo, Patty's here, and Beverly's here, and Kathy's here, and Karen's here.
We got a group.
That's a bunch of us.
Mhm.
We all
I got
miss
something
each
to show
other.
you.
Right. We got all night.
Okay, good deal. I'm not going nowhere.
I ain't either, not for a little while.
You don't look like you feel good.
No,
No,
I'm just
she
been
don't.
kind of tired, so I've been
Oh.
resting this afternoon. So
Gladys. There's Linda Denton. Am I almost to the bottom? I come in here late sometimes and I miss everybody. Linda Denton, do not want him to get. No, I don't want him to get mad at me. I have to take care of him first. And he's over there eating, and he knew I was going live, so he went to pecking on his plate. He's a mess.
You go, Terry. You go.
It was simple, but he had a pretty good little supper. He didn't complain about it.
Hey, meat and taters is good.
Good. Made him some white gravy to go on them taters, and had
Oh,
some
Lord.
pie peas and cornbread. So it's all plain and simple, but
Now, that's a good dinner.
so maybe he'll go down there and get in his recliner and be quiet.
John said all he had was a darned old homemade biscuit. That's because he didn't want nothing.
Well, we need to put some jelly or something on that biscuit.
Oh, he did some butter. He loves his butter on his biscuit.
Yeah.
Too much butter.
Randy, is that you down there? We got Randy coming up. Where there's Lisa and Milana. All right.
Peggy said, hey, John.
Randy's gonna come up. Looky there. Look who's here.
Oh,
Hi guys.
Hi.
hi.
Hello.
I
We're-
keep telling you, Rita, that I'd come up. I figured I was still dressed, so I come up tonight.
Well, yeah, we're
Usually
glad
I'm-
you're still dressed.
Well, you always ask, but I'm usually laying down back there watching you,
I hear
so
you.
I don't want to do it. So I figured I'd do it tonight. I was sitting here, and I figured I'd do it tonight.
Well, I'm glad you did. I noticed you were live a time or two today, but I don't think I even commented today. Just been
No,
one of them
she was
days.
busy.
You drive a
Yeah,
truck?
He
Yes,
drives
ma'am.
a truck. Yep.
Who do you drive for?
myself, but I'm leased to a
Oh.
company in Indiana. I own my own
Uh-huh.
truck. I got a few of
My
the ladies
son- my
coming over.
son's a truck
Deb
driver.
comes over here all the time and rides with me, and Rita rides with me.
Mhm.
We do it.
You do?
I've been doing it twice today. I've been doing the morning session, and I've been doing an afternoon session. That way, the morning people can come in, and people in the afternoon can come in.
Oh, okay.
And every once in a while, we go up there with Millie, and Millie will say hi, Randy, and she'll blow him a kiss. It's
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
it's
cute.
really cute. Really cute.
She's a sweetheart.
Yes, she is. She'll just blow me a kiss and say hi to me and just carry on a conversation and have her cereal. But she
And-
won't. She won't share her cereal with me though.
Unless she's stubborn, and then she won't do it for nothing. It just depends on the mood she's in. But
Yeah.
that's a tip for you.
My son used to drive for C&E, the independent mail carrier,
Uh huh.
but he drives for NASCAR now.
Oh, okay. That's a good job.
Yeah,
I
it's only his second day, but he loves it.
I actually taken
Fourth day.
I deliver trailers is what I do.
Uh-huh.
And if one of the NASCAR drivers actually breaks down, I've pulled their trailers. I
Okay.
pull a bunch of empty trailers. Today I have
Uh-huh.
a van line trailer with somebody's furniture on it. I pulled the Ice Cafe shows. I met Dorothy Hamilton years
Oh, that's
ago. Went out
great.
to supper with her husband
You
and
got
stuff like that.
you got a good job then.
Yeah, I love it. It's kind of easy. I don't have to haul freight and bump docks and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
it's
just pick
kind
a
of laid
trailer up and go.
back.
Yep, like me. I'm lazy anymore. I've been doing it like 39 years. So
Wow, that's great.
yeah.
He's at that race right there right now. He's
Yeah,
loving it.
they're in Daytona right now. I
Daytona.
watch NASCAR all the time.
Yep, they're in Daytona.
In between YouTube and NASCAR, I'm kind of busy.
Hey, YouTube is me. I don't know. I hardly
That's
ever
me
go on
too.
Facebook anymore.
I do YouTube. I got 2 phones in my truck, and they're on YouTube most of the time. I do my lives during the day, and then as soon as I park, I'm on everybody's channel, coming in and talking to them and doing things and stuff. So, yeah, I'm on a lot of channels. Like I get around like Rita does. Rita's everywhere too.
I
Good
never
night, Charlotte.
go any place, but I'm every place too. So.
Yep. All right, Rita, I'm gonna step down. I just want to come up and say hi.
Well,
Well,
hey,
You did
nice
come
meeting you.
back and visit with us. So, and leave your channel when you you can type in and drop your channel so they can ride with you if they want to.
All right, I will.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.
I got something to show you.
Okay.
You'll make me big. It's on my phone, so I hope you can see it.
Okay. What a-
How to get
The
it.
light's shining on it.
Let me turn the lamp off.
Turn it more the other way. No, the other way. It's still bright. But I can see it a little bit. Can you see it, Rita?
Yeah, now I can, but you
Yeah.
kind of sideways.
Each of those little blocks took me 30 to 45 minutes to do each.
Wow. How big are they?
6.5 by 6.5.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, you can make me little.
Okay.
But the problem is, and some of them I've had to take out and redo and take out and redo, is you're doing the flying geese, but the little piece, that's on the edge of it for the flying geese is only 2 inches.
Wow.
But then when I do it, you got to have enough space at the bottom of it to have a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
So it's been driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I got 4 more to do and I'll be done with them. And then I got to do 42 flying geese. Just regular, they're a little bit bigger, but oh my gosh.
I don't think he left his thing because he said he couldn't see the chat or something.
And Randy, if you'll
There
type,
it is. He did it down there.
if you'll type in hen, it'll drop your link automatically too. HEN. And some of the guys don't like writing that, but that's what works over here.
Rita, I saw that video you did of all that Sharon Johnson.
That was nice.
Oh,
Sharon-
that
well,
was
Sharon-
so nice.
Sharon from Greenwood, Arkansas sent me that stuff.
Now, is Greenwood near Fort Smith?
Yeah, south of
Okay,
Fort
I think
Smith.
I've been through there.
Yeah, probably.
My daughter
Yes.
took me to a craft show one time in Greenwood.
So Terry went to bring in that box, and I thought, oh, Francis has sent me something else. But it wasn't Francis. That's the first thing I thought. And I thought, no.
Did I tell you that John didn't get to mail that, but he has mailed it now? So
Okay.
it might be a couple of extra days.
All right, that's okay. You guys don't have to send me stuff anyway.
Oh, well, no, this is not,
Okay.
you'll see when you see it,
Okay.
what it is.
So, Francis, I have a question for you.
Yes,
Have you
ma'am.
ever had to wear a halter monitor?
A heart monitor?
Halter monitor.
Oh,
Like the
no,
people
I
down
had
there.
never had to wear one of them.
Okay. Well, they're going to put one on me at the heart hospital on Tuesday.
Yeah.
This next week.
All it
out
is
there.
they're going to monitor your heart to see, make sure that it's,
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
See, they can monitor it. I think when you've got that on, I think they can monitor it right there.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if I can take it off to like bathe at night. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to ask them.
Yeah, you'll have to. I think you can, but you have to ask them. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to take a bath, so it's got to be,
I know. I can't go a week without bathing. Crazy. Thinking, in this weather.
I know.
Yeah,
I just got out of the shower.
me too.
I
Yeah.
do too. But I've been hot as it is, but I have the air conditioner on, but it's not super cold in here. But I just feel chilled all afternoon. I've got a winter house coat on right now.
So you might have a little bit of a fever because your face is a little flush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't
That's
know.
why I knew you didn't feel good, because your face was looking a little flush.
Yeah, and my son has been having all this just sweating all the time today. So we didn't drive to Grove, Oklahoma to see my granddaughter in her cheer thing.
Uh,
Yeah.
Neither one of us were feeling good. So
Well, she
It'll
should
be a-
understand that you didn't feel good.
He will. He sent her a text and she knows.
Is she on a traveling cheerleading team?
No, it's it's a private kind of cheer thing,
Uh-huh.
but it's at the 5th and 6th grade boys
Oh.
football team at her school. But
Okay.
they go all around, but that was the farthest one away.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah.
the others, it's less than an hour, and some are like home.
Well, that's
here.
exciting. If she's in a grade that low, she might go all the way through high school being a
She
cheerleader.
wants to be now next year in 7th grade. She will have to be picked to be a cheerleader,
Oh, okay.
and she's so worried that she won't.
That
Get
she won't get picked.
gal. I'm telling you. Thank you, Peggy. So I've just laid around. I hadn't done nothing all afternoon.
I don't blame you.
I
You
sat
know,
for about
if
4
your body
hours.
needs to rest, you need to let it
Yeah.
rest and relax.
Oh, Rita, I didn't tell you, but I've had a time with Beverly again.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just be so glad. We think we got just about everything together to take the DSS.
Mhm.
Pray for me.
We will.
Oh my
I
goodness. I
mean,
hope it doesn't take too long, you know.
her clothes, when I saw it, I said, go. You got to get them clothes off and get in the shower.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was awful.
And
All
Linda,
her-
I did get Peggy's block finally. That thing took 2 weeks to get here, though,
That's
didn't
what
it?
I was saying.
Mhm.
2 weeks, and I
Somebody
got
didn't
mine in
get it.
about 3
I
days.
think, was it Linda didn't get it? Somebody didn't get it yet. Because I saw it in one of the comments.
But I
Big
got
one.
it. It's hanging over there. It's adorable, though.
Well,
One
I've
of them
got
Yeah, I
22
know. Mine
blocks.
is too.
I have
Oh, I
22
wanted
right
to
now.
show you, Rita.
but I want to show you guys too what Beth Metcalf sent.
Yeah, I got 2 blocks from Beth.
But
That is so
Oh,
pretty.
I'm gonna make myself big for a minute.
Okay.
Look here for the quilt block swap.
And got
I
everybody's
seen that
name
with
on it.
everybody's name on it. I
Yes,
That
love
is
it.
so cute.
she embroidered all the names and look inside the barn door, the chickens, and look
Uh-huh.
Now,
look at the
are
little
the
bitty,
names
teeny tiny little
embroidered?
and the teeny tiny little quilt blocks over here, and the little
Uh-huh.
friendship
The
star up there.
star.
Are the names embroidered?
Yes, they are. They're embroidered. Because see, there's the
Oh
back
my
of
gosh, that takes a long time to do that.
yeah.
Woo!
Look at that.
She did a wonderful job.
She did. Oh my gosh,
Look at that.
she's a lot better than me.
I was so surprised. And the quilt block she said it's just like what you got, but y'all got, but it's so pretty though. With the little, it's even got the friendship star there in the middle of it. So it's
So, are you going to put that on the front of your quilt or the back,
well,
or
it's so pretty that I want to put it on the front.
so
But
people could see it?
is it supposed to be on the back? I don't know. I'll have to. That's a hard decision to make.
Yeah, that is a hard decision to
I think
make.
I'd rather see it on the front
Me
because
too.
it's
Me
really
too.
to show, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll have to decide on that, but I think the front because it's so interesting. So,
Or make
Yeah,
your
it's
own
like one
separate
of a
little wall
kind.
hanging with it.
but I kind of want it with the block.
Yeah.
With the
So,
blocks.
Well, I'm gonna
Maybe in
show
the
you how
center.
I'm doing my
yeah, we want to see.
lettering.
I'll make you big now. Let's see what you've got.
Okay. This is the block first one I'm gonna show you. But now I still got to sew this, but this is the way I'm doing my blocks and I'm outlining them.
Look at that.
This block is a special number because it don't have a number. All the rest of them's got numbers. But yeah, that's the way I'm doing my. Here's Peggy's. I'm doing hers well.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm doing them like that because I just didn't know any other way to do them. I'm doing them with my heat erase pen, and then I'm going over it with the red magic marker, the permanent marker, and then I'm embroidering around them, or that is zigzagging around them.
One thing I thought about doing like some 30s print, you know, as the sashing. But if I do that and write on it, say with a fabric pen, you're not going to be able to see it.
To see it.
So if I do that, I'm going to have to do like a white strip and maybe zigzag around it. So maybe I need to do a solid color.
Well, I did, first off, I started off with a brownish black looking material, and I said, that's not going to work. So I just went ahead back with my white material, and I hadn't did all my strips yet, but I did the ones with the writing on them.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
So I'm rethinking. I don't know what sashing I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want to be in a hurry.
Yeah, I picked that yellow because I thought my writing would show up on it. So we
Yeah.
that color, and it looks okay on there.
Maybe some bright color
Yeah.
would do. I'll have to go through all my stuff. I only have a little fabric, you know.
You got plenty to pick from.
I only have 2 closets full of it.
Oh, me. I got a lot of scrap. That's that scrap I told you about.
Susan, I've got 22.
See, somebody's wanting to come up. Let me see who it is.
Sam Jordan from. Hey guys,
Hello?
how's it going? Sam Jordan from.
You'll have to introduce yourself. Who are you? Because I don't think I know you. Do I know you?
My name is Solex. I'm from Montana.
Oh, all right.
Hello.
How are you guys
Who's
doing?
back in the corner?
That's my boyfriend.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, he's tired. He's sleeping.
Did you do that, Rita?
We know. You don't have to answer that. We know.
Let's see who else we got. Look like we got a bunch of stuff going on tonight. We may have
Somebody's an alien.
to.
I can't see it because I'm on my iPad.
Sulks was banned and their comments were removed. Good. We don't need that kind in here.
This is my show.
That's right.
You can have whoever you want.
Well, I want all y'all that I have things in common with and have the same values and.
Yep.
I had to get on my phone to give you a thumbs up because you can't do it on the iPad. So.
I did that already.
So, well, I hate having to hold my phone for so long. My hand gets
Oh yeah, well, your hand will get tired.
and I haven't gotten anything yet to stand to put it on yet. So I thought, well, let me do it on the iPad.
And Susan, you're out cooking potatoes for a late dinner. I peeled potatoes and cooked them for Terry's supper. He had mashed potatoes.
I opened up a little box of Kraft mac and cheese, and I had one slice of ham, and I cut it up and put in it.
There you go. That sounds good.
So that's what I had for dinner. Because I really didn't feel like cooking tonight.
Well,
So
no.
I wanted something quick.
Sometimes I'll get that Velveeta shells in the little cup at Sam's. A lot of times they don't have it. And shoot, me and John want something to snack. We get us one of those. Really and truly, that'd be enough for us for supper.
I'll tell you, last night, well, Soya's been having these flash sales every day, you know. So I went on there yesterday, but I didn't quite get everything that I signed up for. But I got like a awful rotary cutter, and I wanted some endurance blades. I think they last so much longer, so I ordered them. I ordered I'm kind of changing my rulers, and I'm wanting to get these Quilter Select because they don't shift when I'm cutting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ordered 3, but they only said I got one of them. So that's kind of what I was ordering last night. But I've ordered quite a bit from them. I get like bolts of fabric from them. It's like 10 yards for $65, and I got that one night. But that's like $6.50 a yard.
Yeah.
And it's Riley Blake, and it's real good fabric. Excellent.
Yep. Who did you say you order it from?
So yeah, when they had it, ever so often they'll.
Susan's frying her potatoes. You have to mash potatoes one night and fry them the next. Make potato salad the next.
I know there's so many things. Potato cakes if you got any left over.
They
mix it up. Who we got down there now?
Who's on here now? Let's see.
Somebody. Who's in the basement?
I'm wondering about Nancy or Dee. I haven't seen them before. I know Mona's been out of internet.
You going to bed? All right.
I seen this huge tree that.
John going to bed?
He's taking Petey to bed.
Oh.
He whines when we're not around him.
Potato cakes. Got to have potato cakes.
Yep.
scallop potatoes,
Scalloped. Uh-huh. Somebody else is down in the basement, but I can't tell who it is. This is a wild Saturday night.
Did you say the porch light? Oh yeah, I got that one off. Oh well. Had to turn the light off. Men, what would they do without women?
I know.
About every time my son comes, when he gets ready to go home, he comes back in my house at least twice. He forgot his phone. He forgot his billfold. Forgot his sunglasses. It's something every time. I told him, "You're worse than a woman."
Yep.
Keep up with your stuff.
I need Candy needed a few pens and a few sewing things, but still not buying fabric for a while.
Rita, did you see that fabric that the Quilt House posted?
Yes, yes.
Isn't that pretty?
Isn't that pretty? You know,
Oh,
she posts her new stuff sometimes, and I've not been there in a while. I've just had other stuff I've been
Yeah.
working on, so I've not bought any there for quite a while now.
Is
But
that where you go? The place where you go?
yeah, when I buy in town, I've kind of
Uh-huh.
looking for those big discounts on the not the brand new line. So it's kind of what
Yeah.
I've been buying online. But
I don't need no more. I'm telling you, my quilt room is
I don't
full.
either, but one night I was buying some jelly rolls. I bought some of them.
I got 6.
Hmm.
No, I got
I
8.
probably have over 30.
Because I'm telling you, John will say, he'll be sitting there and he'll say, oh, Missouri Star's got this, or this one's got this, or
Yeah.
so whatever's got this. John, I don't need anything.
Oh, I know something else.
But
I
if
bought
you want to
last
order
night.
it, go
I
ahead.
bought this little tube of stuff that you can, when your iron gets real junky stuff on it.
Yeah,
you can,
I got some of
put
that.
it on a paper napkin, and man, it takes that stuff right off of there.
Yeah, it does. I've
But
got
I mean,
some
they
of
have
it.
it cheaper than even Amazon. So I mean, like, I just can't turn that down.
I forgot where I got mine. I didn't order it or nothing, but
Yeah,
I got some, and I forgot where I got it.
I got it.
Probably Joann's.
So I tried it, but it was good. A lot of people were buying those magic pens. I've never used them, but it was like a 2-prong pens, like you would pin and piecing.
They
But it
must be
wouldn't have-
talking about the barn block.
well, I
You
showed.
said,
Yeah, I showed it. Is that the one you want to see? The barn one?
Please don't need one.
I showed the barn one.
it was J Bad Seed. Hey, Miss Rita, show us the block you got.
Are they talking about the barn one?
That's what I was wondering.
I've got 2 or 3 others in the swap, but
I don't use clips when I piecing my fabric and stuff. I always use pins. I'm a pinner. But some people don't use pins. They use clips.
Peggy Lynn. She wants to see Peggy Lynn's. I'll show you Peggy Lynn's and Beth's both.
I mean, people were buying those magic pens just as fast as they could, But
What
I've
kind of
never
pins
seen
are they?
called magic pens. It's like 2 pins, one's just below the other one, but you put it all on at one time.
Oh, wow.
And everyone's talking about how good they are.
The only thing I use my clips for, though, is
I use mine on
binding.
binding. Yeah.
There's my Peggy Lynn one.
Yeah, that's kind of
No.
like mine. Mine's got a little chick on it, I think.
And then this is the one that Beth Metcalf sent.
I got that one.
But if
I
you
got that one.
notice, it's got the friendship square in the middle.
I got it. I think it was last week I got that one.
But I got 2 from her.
And then this one, isn't this one pretty too?
Oh, that is pretty.
That's Yo Patty.
I like that. I like, what's the name of that block, Patty?
Some
That's
kind of
really pretty.
Oh, and they said those magic pins you can iron over them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looky there. Randy lives by Hamilton, Missouri, where the Missouri Star Quilt Company
Oh,
is.
wow.
We gotta go see Randy.
I've never been there.
I haven't either, but I bet it'd be something to visit it though.
Yeah.
I've been to quilt shops in Fayetteville. I've been to quilt shops in Raleigh and Durham, and that's it.
But you know, there's other things besides Missouri Star in there, because I watched a video one time. This lady who has a video, Jean was her name. Her and her daughter-in-law went there. There's a museum you can go to. There's this huge, it looks like a spool of thread, and you can wrap some thread around it. But I mean, it's like, I don't know, 8 or 9 feet tall. Maybe it's taller than a regular person is. But there's all kind of things there. I probably need to not go there. Knowing me, I don't have willpower.
Tasha the Tech. I'm in Phoenix. Just popped on my
loop.
Hello, Tasha the Tech.
I gotta write that down before I forget it.
Loop
the loop.
the loop.
The name of it. Yep.
Loop the loop.
Yeah, then I looked up the pattern the other day. Yeah, I thought it looked real familiar, but that got put on the back burner when Mama said she wanted to do steps to the altars.
Yeah.
I get wishy-washy. I change my mind all the time.
Tasha the Tech. I'm a mechanic.
Oh.
Susan been to most of the quilt shops in Washington State. I've not been to very many quilt shops. I never go no place. I'm a homebody. Oh, in they're asking if you're near Cary, North Carolina. I watched that.
Yes.
I watched that videos when she shows that new material in her shop at Cary, North Carolina, that quilt shop there.
I don't even know what the name of that quilt shop is.
It's something to call Cary's, Cary, but I'll have to send you. You have to look it up because she does the YouTube videos on the new fabrics when they come in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Brenda, the one that used to live with me, her daughter lives in Cary. That's a very elegant town.
Oh,
elegant.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where the high dollar people live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fancy ones. Have to be fancy. Huh?
Oh, in Raleigh too now. On the way whenever I was getting my infusions, my iron infusions, the road that we would take, they were doing a housing development, and it was a million and above, and they were sold out. And they were still building, but everything that they had in there was already sold out. $1 million and above. Can you imagine that, living in a home?
I can't imagine.
I can't either.
Have I talked to Julie? The last time I talked to Julie was on here when she was talking to all of us. Whatever, 3-4 days ago?
Yeah.
3-4 days ago.
Yeah, it's been a while because we haven't been on.
Mona's internet has been down. She had a storm go through the other day. Oh, there's Sandra. Sandra, you want to come up?
I did see that huge tree that blew over next door to Mona.
And one time that blind she had on her porch flipped over.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But yeah, I remember her saying that they had a really bad storm and her internet went out.
I'll have to write that name down. Carrie Quilting.
It's called Carrie Quilting. Let me write it down because I'll have to remember that. I go to Carrie to anytime I'll have to go find it.
Sometimes I like to go on just to look at different fabrics, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that link. I removed the pin link from the top to come up, but
Believe it or not, I was just fixing to ask you, have you heard from Sandra? And then her name pops up. There she is.
Hello,
we,
Sandra.
We missed you. And
We have.
We missed you.
I'm glad somebody missed me.
Yes.
I had a birthday party. We're on possible grandkid alert.
Oh.
She was dilated at 2 and ready for in the channel, but so far nothing.
Yeah.
It's like so far nothing. So I've been playing with my Christmas blocks that I've started.
So you might be having a grandbaby before the night's over.
Nah, it's like last time she was at 2 for a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, it's a wonder they didn't do a C-section on her instead of letting it wait that long.
The baby's not due till
Masha.
When is she due?
September 11th.
Oh, yeah.
Can't sleep?
They're not too worried yet.
Huh?
Yeah. Just let nature take its course.
And
That's
Sandra, Peggy Lynn says that Yo Patty wants you and Peggy to open your blocks together on a live.
Which blocks? Our last 2?
I don't know.
I think she's talking about the next one.
It's like, no, Patty G made us something special. And I'm kind of leery. Now that she says she wants to just open them on a live, makes me even leerier.
The fabric patch. Let me write that name down.
Fabric patch, Rita, Washington.
I have living quilt
Now-
shop within an hour of me.
Fabricpatch.net. Make
Now,
sure to put
Sheila, you better quit looking. You
We got to write another one down, Sheila.
I know. The fabricpatch.net.
Yes.
Net.
They're not .com. There is a fabricpatch.com, but that's not the one everybody
This one's
talks
.net. Okay.
Is that the one that she's talking about in Earthia?
Ephrata, Washington.
Ephrata. Okay.
I've been there a time or two. I took all my blocks off the wall from the Kathy sampler so I could put up my other blocks. So here's all these blocks. This is only 23.
I've got 22.
I don't remember how many over there because I got 2 from D. I've got 2
It don't
from.
cost anything to look.
no.
It's like I got 2 from D and I got 2 from Beth. And I'm getting 2 from Yo Patty. So it's like, how do you decide who you're putting where?
Oh my goodness.
And then every time I get up, my daughter's dog, which is right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've got the doggy.
Oh.
Yeah. She thinks that she wants to be a lap dog, and she's a husky. She's not very small for the lap.
Yeah.
But that was the one that you said spent so much time in the kennel, but look, she's getting in your lap. Look at that. Ah.
She wants attention.
She wants some loving.
It's like she's a pain in the butt. Yeah, her mama's not taking her for a walk tonight. She's in Spokane.
Mm.
So when we're done with the live, I'm gonna go throw toys.
Oh, Nancy. Nancy's
Hey.
here. And Chad.
I said,
Hey, Nancy.
Hi,
Come see us, Nancy.
stay down, please. You're not a lap dog. You're not 20 pounds. No, no. Go get your toy. Go get Lammy. Because I know you can't get your puppy. Go get Lammy.
There's the link again. It's not pinned to the top anymore. You just have to catch it as it comes up. Or
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, Rita.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
When that starts.
Yeah. I hate to do that, but I.
There's 27 blocks hanging on my wall.
I only got 22.
And then I still have
But I haven't
Susan,
done
you're
anything
out.
with them.
Della from California and one other. Or two.
Probably
others.
Nancy, because, Nancy,
Yeah,
with her being a
And then there's one more. She just mailed them out. Trying to think of the name. I'm brain dead.
Mm.
I got the time off from grandkids, and it's like I have this occupying my time. I won't say her name too many times because then she'll want on my lap again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you're talking about her.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the second block, she says.
Then Della just sent hers, what Peggy says. I've got to count mine. I really don't know how many I have. I have a bunch of them.
Well, I've got mine on the wall 5 across, and I know I got 4 rows, and then at the bottom there was 2. So.
Yeah. I ran out of wall space. I would have to go to my back shed.
Well, my bottom too, just the top of it's on the flannel.
Yeah. Well, you stay down.
Because I was running out of room.
Rat. No, sit.
Because my other flannel board I can kind of move around. I've got those little blocks on it.
And then I actually have 28 hanging on that board because Alani, her house has to be on that board
Oh.
because everybody else got them, so hers has to be on the wall too.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah. When I didn't have it on the wall, but Gigi Ma, it has to be on the wall. And it's like, anybody want a tiny dog? It barely barks. Go get your toy. I'll throw it through the window and see if you can jump. Of course, she wants all the attention because I'm here.
How is everyone planning on quilting it?
Yeah, it should be quilting.
Just a meander. That's all I'm doing across mine. I think it was a meander with a butterfly. Because they all come through the air to get here.
Yeah, they did.
I'm still working on getting the sashing done first.
Yeah, get all the blocks and get the top put together before
One
we
thing
even.
at a
I'll just have to do what I know how to do.
Sit.
Hello, Mamie.
It's like, I have a 4-year-old brat. Quit.
Northern Ohio had a tornado.
I think that's kind of unusual because, well, our tornadoes always come in the spring, like April and the first week of May. Everybody's really nervous here.
Well, there's a hurricane fixing to come and hit Florida, it looked like.
Is it?
Mm.
And
Ooh, they just had a bad wreck.
it'll come up across you and bring rain, won't it? Bring a lot of rain up across y'all.
Yeah, we'll probably have a lot of rain from
Yeah,
it.
she'll get the rain. In the
Take it.
last month, we've had less than an inch of rain,
Hmm.
like 8/10 in the last month. And that's pretty bad.
We had half an inch yesterday, I think it was, and a little bit today. It's been
But
little
you didn't send
pop-up
any to
showers.
me.
No, I didn't. Wasn't
Say,
enough.
Grandma, I'm determined. I'm determined I'm gonna be in your lap.
It's like, I don't know why either, because she doesn't try to get in my lap all day.
Hey, Peggy Lynn's going to see if the quilter can do chickens on it. Is there a pantograph with chickens?
Yes, there is. There's chickens running. And
I'm
then-
sure there is.
Then I need to order one because I have to use a pantograph. I can't draw chickens with that quilting thing. So
it's like,
Sandra will find it for you.
yeah.
You know, she's good at finding stuff like that.
it's been a while since I've ordered a new pantograph, so I'll get me a new one.
Or, you know,
But the thing is
country
you want
things.
simple enough to do.
Oh yeah, I don't want it hard.
Yeah, because a lot of these pantographs are made for computers, and I don't see that computer in her eyes either.
No.
It's just one of those things.
And awkward quilter. I'm thinking about a meander with all the names scattered throughout. Writing the names with the quilt machine, you could kind of do that.
I couldn't.
No,
I could
Well,
I
either.
have all the names on mine. I can't do that.
I could do like stitch in the ditch, or I don't know if you call it crosshatch. I don't know if that's what you
Yeah,
call it,
I do a lot of the crosshatch.
like that. Someone was showing where they would put like blue painter's tape down a strip and, stitch there. And then they would, if they wanted to be an inch or 2 inches over, then put another piece of tape and they would stitch next to the tape. They kind of showed that.
My cat, when I'm watching church, because it's a 45-minute drive, my cat climbs the TV till I put him on my shoulder and he stops. I think it's attention seeking. Yes. And thank you for joining us tonight, Tasha.
Yep.
okay. Here's the simplest chicken one, Rita.
Maybe they make you big.
Then I gotta make sure to get the glare off.
Oh, yeah, we can
That's
Oh, that's cute.
probably do that one.
Yeah,
Look at
that's the
that.
simplest one.
It's not that bad either. $15.59.
Yeah, it's on sale for $15.59.
Yeah, but see, I don't have a long arm, so
How
neither.
how much space does it do? I mean,
That's what I'm trying to look up next.
because I bought one and it's too big, a farm scenes thing, and it's too big, and I can't use it on my machine.
10 and 3/4 inches.
Ooh, that's big. I'm not sure if that'd work on mine or not.
Well, my machine does 10-inch.
Hmm.
I have a 15-inch throat or 16-inch throat. What's the throat on your machine?
I can't recall. It ought to be that much anyway, because I've got a big machine, but
Yeah, but that's the simplest one, and I like that.
I like that. Now,
Mhm.
on Amazon, is that where?
It's sothankful.com.
So thankful.
Yeah.
Maybe
You better write that down, Rita.
Rita, write that down.
Maybe give me some pencil and paper.
Or either you're gonna have to call me and say, Francis, what was the name of that?
So thankful. Let me find.
And it comes 144 inches long. It printed with 2 rows. So it's a good size printout.
Oh, you print it out
You
from
think
that?
it will, awkward quilter?
When they send it to you, it'll be 2 rows deep. They'll have it to where you have more than enough, but you only have to sew the one row.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says. Single row is 10.75, printed with 2 rows, 144 inches long.
Be thankful. Name of it.
So thankful.com.
Oh, sorry. So thankful.
Okay, I wrote
I
that.
wrote it down just in case Rita had to call me.
And it's called Chicken Little
Chicken Little. I'm even going to write that down.
by David Hudson. A gentleman did that.
Because
Yeah,
I bet you the way I do farm scenes and chickens, I'd probably use that in more than once too. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You'd probably get a lot of use out of that, Rita.
I think I would.
And see, I have a panto that's on my paper. And what I do is I take out a thing, the object. I took out the star and put in a butterfly. I took out the butterfly and I put in a snowflake.
Okay.
And I'd use the same meander, but it has a different thing. So all I have to do is take this chicken and adapt it in there.
Well, see, now I bought one that did a heart, did the meander and a heart, and then the meander and a star. But I bought them, each one separate, you know.
Yeah. And because I only need 6 feet of it, I don't need 144 inches with my machine. So I'm wasting time.
That's cute.
Rita, read what Yo Patty G wrote.
The hands are scratching notes.
Notes. We're writing all these notes down.
Yeah.
Patty,
Oh, yeah.
of course, Patty would have to come up with that.
Candy had a black and brown tabby named Little Bits. I missed the comment that Milana made.
Oh, it's like I went off of that when I went over.
She draws designs on her quilt, then tries to trace it free motion on her domestic machine.
Oh, okay.
I try. My poor mouse looked like, well, it wasn't supposed to be a mouse, but my design when it was all done looked like I had a mouse with a long tail. But it's not supposed to be a mouse.
Nah.
It can be what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I've tried different ways of doing the quilting on the front. And I just have to have a panto. My brain can't do it. I have to have that paper
Mm-hmm.
because I get too sidetracked. There. I got quilt blocks hanging everywhere. So I'm going to leave that chicken on my tablet and go back to where I can see the chat. Rather than squinting my eyes for up there. I did ruler work. That's a challenge too.
I have rulers to do that kind of stuff, but I've never used them.
I've got the rulers too and the stuff, but I've never done it on the.
It's like, yeah, I figure I invested that money on the table and I have 3 rulers. But those rulers at $30 a ruler, how many can you buy?
Well, mine was a kit. I mean, it had a bunch of rulers in it.
Yes, and our kits hundreds of dollars, and I don't want all those rulers.
Well, no, I didn't. Mine, honey, I couldn't pay that for them. I don't think I paid much at all for them.
Yeah,
for what I got.
Susan, you're out.
Are they?
Get you a cheap tablecloth that's got flannel on the back, and just use maybe some push pins. That's what I did, and just stick it up on the wall.
Yeah,
Then you could put all those blocks up there.
it's finding the wall space is the fun part.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
got wall space,
and I have none in my quilting room.
or even in a hall. If she had a hallway, I mean, she could do it. Say maybe just temporary to get them all up there.
Yeah. See, I want to put a curtain rod up there that has the slide the pinch clips.
Uh-huh.
That way I could get to that closet easier because I could have one where it slides. I want the barn door is what I want. Where one of these boards could slide under the other so I could get to that closet or I could get to my scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is behind the white wall and my closet of quilts is behind this brown wall section. But on each one of these boards, it only puts 3 12-inch pieces across. But between the two, I got 6 wide. Yeah. I've seen her apartment, yes.
Does she have a hallway
N-
that she could
No,
put it up in?
the one wall that she does have, she'd be rubbing and every time she walked by it, she'd be pulling a pattern off. But they can't put holes in their walls. That's the worst part about some of the apartments that they have. You can't put anything.
Yeah.
See, I have command strips holding, because I have this board and this board around that way is another one of these boards, and it's on with command strips. I own my house, but it's like underneath it is the floor, the mirror, the floor to full body mirror. So if someone wants to look at their dress, they have to take down my design wall. But I don't have. That's my biggest space.
Oh, I
right
put
there.
a couple of holes, tiny ones, because I use these push pins to put a shower curtain up. But it's just going to stay there so I can put quilt blocks on it. So, it's fine.
I can't get mine to stick to a tablecloth like that. I still have to pin it.
Yeah.
None of mine have fallen down.
And
None of mine have fallen down that I have them on a shower curtain.
Yeah, I can't. I have to put pins or something because they won't stay on it.
Yeah. Mine stay pretty good.
Yeah, yours do.
If there's a fan or something on it, it might make it come loose. But
yeah.
When I vacuum my floor,
or Millie,
yeah.
When I vacuum my floor, I lose 2 rows of blocks. It just blows up the air and pushes them off the pins even. But I'm using cardboard for my design wall. I can poke all the pins I want in that.
Yeah. Well, that's what, Sheila, you made yours like mine, right? Out of that stuff from Dollar Tree, that poster board.
I tried that, but I just chunked that idea. That didn't work for me.
It didn't.
It kept falling over and they didn't bend like they wanted to. And every time I walk by it, here it's tumbling over. And I'm like,
so what did you do?
I just can't do this. I got a portable one that's like that I can pick it up. I mean, just it's nothing to pick it up and move it.
It's on those round plastic PVC pipes. You're portable?
No, they're real little, but it's like stretchy. It's got flannel on it.
Okay.
It was a little more. It was expensive, but I thought, well, that way, and I can always you can break it down, put it in this little zip bag. It came with it, and I could take it to a quilt retreat if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But it's so light. I mean, I could pick it up with one hand. And because my sewing room's small, I kind of move it from one side to the other. But it holds them great.
And Tasha wants to know if we're in a humid area. We're from one end of the country to the other.
Oh,
yeah.
Humid.
And every place in between. So it's
we're all over the state.
We are.
I'm in the opposite corner from most of the people on here.
We've got Washington State and Florida and North Carolina and Ohio and Oklahoma, from all over.
Yeah, and Susan's from my state also.
Now, I've used some of those little command hooks on the side of where my cutting table is, and the ruler that's like a 12 by 12, it keeps falling down every couple of days. And I stick it back up there, and then it'll
And
I
fall down
had that
again.
too until I put pegboard up.
yeah,
So I may have to get a heavier duty command hook, because these were just like little white ones and it had a silver hook on it. But
yeah.
my other rulers, it's like they're fine.
They had a bad glue come out once, Sheila, because I got some of
Mhm.
those. And I said, they said they only guarantee them to hang for a year.
Yeah.
I says, well, don't tell my command hooks that, because some of these have been up
Yeah.
here for like 10 years.
But I don't want to like super glue it on there. I mean, I
Right.
don't want to do that to it.
But they sent me out new replacements because I bitched enough. They sent me out replacement sticky tabs, and those have not fell off since. And they've been up a year and a half now.
Hmm.
I
That's
So
wondered
good.
if a double-sided piece of Velcro would work.
no, you can buy refill tapes for your command strips. Just go buy some refills.
I think I've got some of them in my junk drawer in the laundry room, like with
And then
hammer and
they say
screwdriver.
if
all
they
that
sit
stuff.
over 2 years in your drawer, they probably won't last very long.
Well, I'm in North Carolina, Tasha.
Yeah.
Just wondering to try to help because I grew up in Southern Illinois, just trying to help.
Yeah.
I'm in Arkansas.
And I'm in Oklahoma.
And if you can't tell where Rita's from with that accent,
I know, right?
I can tell where Francis. I was going to say, if I didn't know, North Carolina.
Yeah.
That North Carolina.
Well, I'm from Fayetteville, which is the base is there, the Army base, and it used to be a Air Force base. That's where I met John. But I moved to Henderson. This is where John's from, but that's not how they pronounce it. They could pronounce it Henderson,
Oh, really?
but it's Henderson. To me, that's Henderson.
That's Henderson to me.
yeah.
They call it Henderson.
Henderson. Well, they shouldn't have put that D in there.
And Miss Owen, she wouldn't say good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
It's like you're moaning.
Shut that door.
Yeah.
Will you shut that door?
Yeah.
Some of the accents.
Well,
I love Rita's accent though.
Yeah.
my son had a southern drawl somewhat when he was younger, and everybody said, "Are you from another state?" And it's like, no. Well, how come he has a southern accent? I says, he's born in Walla Walla, which is the southernmost point of Washington. And I didn't think he had an accent because he grew up mainly right here.
Oh, we knew you weren't mocking us. I didn't think you were.
Girl, we just have fun on here. You can't.
We laugh at ourselves all the time.
All
You
the
have to be able
time.
to laugh at yourself
And each other too sometimes, but
and not take life too serious.
I tell you what, that the other day was the funniest thing when that Deb told you she didn't get your quilt block.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still laughing about that.
I knew she was just
Was you
roving if
here?
I could have seen her.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, you missed it.
We cracked up.
That Deb said, we were talking about who's gotten whose quilt block and this and that. And Deb said to me, well, I haven't got your quilt block. And I'm thinking, I sent them out a long time ago. Why? How come she hadn't got it? And we just went on in this conversation. And I guess she couldn't stand it anymore. Then she had to tell me she wasn't in the block swap.
Oh,
That didn't even dawn
And
on
Sheila
me. I was
wasn't
just
making
thinking,
notes. She was
where
gonna.
did it go? Is it lost?
she had
Have I
Sheila
got some
going, didn't
notes?
she?
Oh my gosh, she
Oh,
got me.
it was funny. We were laughing. We was wiping tears out our eyes. We was laughing so hard.
I
So,
know, that was hysterical.
Oh,
But it was funny.
have to get Deb back somehow someday though for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, well, especially after Laura Austin took so long to get her quilt blocks. And then she finally gets them. They're in a rubber band of 11.
Yes, 11 at one time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And but it was a new trainee at the post office. What was he training? Holding back packages?
Wow.
bunching them together.
Yeah.
So they were at the post office is what
I
they
mean,
were.
if the mail comes in, you give it to what carrier has what route, and he
Yeah.
delivers it, you know?
But where it's like what, where, why?
No, I
We'll
wouldn't
never
get mad,
know.
Deb.
And Deb, yes.
She'd have probably just says, "Well, I'll send you another one.
Yeah.
Just give
That's
me
what
time."
you're gonna do, yeah.
I'd do that.
But I would have caught off. If I would have been here, Sheila, you wouldn't have got confused on Deb because I have that list practically
And
memorized.
where were you? I needed you.
Oh,
Yeah, when you come on early, like the other day, the granddaughter was just getting picked up and she was just a riot. Her papa says, "Let's go." She says, "No, I'm not ready." And he
Yeah.
goes, "Let's go."
That sounds like Trevor.
And he says, "I don't have time for this." She says, "Yes, you do. Sit down and be quiet."
oh.
Oh my gosh.
Trevor
At 3
sure
years
misses his
old.
daddy.
At 3
I
years
bet
old.
yes, yeah. They're close.
Yeah, they are very close, but I think he's going to be home sometime Sunday night, but he'll have to leave to go back Tuesday.
Yeah.
Got another race somewhere next weekend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alani can come up with some of the cutest things. And then she buckles herself in her car seat, because it was sitting here on the floor. And she says, "Papa, you have to take me out to put the car seat in because you're not carrying it out with me in it." And he says, "Well, I'll just leave you here at Grandma's." He says, "I don't need to take you home."
Tasha, it's fine. You don't have to leave.
No,
You don't have to leave.
no.
You're
You'll
not
learn us. You'll learn us because we pick at each other and stuff all the time.
It's like,
We're glad that you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're glad. We're glad anytime somebody new comes up.
We
And
are.
we're better than any
you stay
TV show
down.
you could watch.
I'm going to tie her to the floor here. She's just staring.
And what's her name again? The doggy?
Bailey.
Bailey. Bailey?
Bailey.
Hi, Bailey. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, look up there. Look up at that.
Bailey. Hey, Bailey.
She's got
Bailey.
one yellow eye and one
Bailey.
light blue eye.
Oh, wow.
Bailey.
That's pretty neat.
Bailey, we're talking to you. You sure are pretty.
You didn't hurt us, Tasha.
No.
Not a bit, huh?
No.
No, not even. We love to have new people when they're nice like you. But sometimes we get people that, they're terrible.
You have to stay around and let us get to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to know us
You get to
because
know.
we're crazy.
Yeah.
Do you quilt,
I'm gonna
Miss
call and ask
Tasha?
your mom if I can give her the big snack. I get
Or
permission.
have you done
to give
any type
food.
of sewing?
She
Oh,
telling she was hurt by her husband.
yeah,
Oh, sorry. That happens.
it sure does. In the worst way.
Yeah.
It's like my daughter. She gave me a ring for my anniversary from her dad.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
called Hugs from Heaven. A hug sent from heaven, found deep inside, to always remind you you're right here by. I'm right here by your side. When you need me most, hold this ring tight. Always remember I'm sending you my love, morning, noon, and night, until we meet again.
no.
Oh, how sweet.
And it has the angel wings on each side of the stone.
did you cry?
Of
Mm.
course,
Of course.
it's like,
Oh, that was very meaningful.
yeah,
Well, a
Yeah, it
friend of
was.
mine who passed away, oh, maybe a month or so ago from pancreatic cancer that I worked with for years. I
yeah.
was on Facebook and there's an instant message. So I looked at it and it was from her, but somebody's
Oh,
hacked her account. She
Oh
said, "Hi,
no.
how are you doing?" So I let her sister, who's on Facebook, know about it. And she said she got the same thing. I'm like, I don't think she's contacting me through Facebook.
Yeah. I was just fixing to tell Tasha that Peggy Lynn paints. She showed us a lot of pictures she's painted.
Yeah.
Oh, my Susan's first husband had 3 affairs. Third was
well, honey, we listen to everybody's troubles. Trust me, we do. If we got troubles, we spill it.
And everybody has something, you know.
Yeah. My husband and his pancreatic cancer. It's like we didn't have enough time for anything to get
No, because there's no cure for that.
3
Mm-mm.
weeks from diagnosis to when he passed.
Oh, my friend
my.
was 3 months.
It's like
That wasn't enough time for nothing.
it's like we was gonna go to the Oregon coast for one last family trip, and we didn't even get it planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the location, and then it was just in harvest and everything that was supposed to be going on, and we're trying to figure out how can we all take time off.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then it was too late.
You just never know.
Yep.
God
Okay.
had another plan for him.
I got a permission to give her a snack treat.
Oh, good. Anything to get her off of her lap.
Maybe that'll keep her happy for a little bit.
I don't have any answers for you, Tasha. You just
I can say one thing, because he was an ass. That's why.
Yes.
I didn't say that.
leave it to these older ladies to tell you how it is.
Yep. I've been married
Nobody-
52 years
Mm.
to the same man.
Mm. I was married 25, but I'm divorced. Been divorced for, let's see, 24 years.
Oh wow, that is great that you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good night, Candy.
Ford mechanic and provided for your family.
Yep.
That's good.
How many children do you have?
We all need mechanics for our vehicles for sure.
That's true. John used to be years when we first got married, right after he got out of Air Force, he was a mechanic. And he worked for
She has
J.C.
one.
Penney's then, but then he went to work at Firestone, and he retired from Firestone, and then he went to work at AutoZone.
Yeah. We used to have a Firestone plant here, but they shut it down several years ago.
Bridgestone, Firestone, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't too saved if he did that. Or I don't feel like he was.
Uh-uh.
Uh-oh, Susan's gonna air hers.
You guys, I don't know if I'm supposed to put these comments up here or not. I really don't.
It's like,
I don't. Oh,
Hey, we just
I
tell
know.
it like it is.
It is, yeah.
That's the way it
You're right.
is. As long as there's no bad language,
Mm-hmm.
I won't put up with that. And she's gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Lynn's having to hobble to the bathroom
I
with her.
noticed today on her video she was using a walking cane.
Yeah, I think she's having trouble with her back or her leg or something.
I think it's her
her leg,
leg.
I think. She fell
Yeah.
with the dog.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be getting off of here pretty soon, but now if you
I
come
bought
on
me
tomorrow night, I probably
bought me
won't
new
come on
toys.
Okay.
Or her
because
toys.
Monday morning's going to be here before I know it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's going to be a hard decision.
So what's Monday?
Huh?
What's Monday?
We got to take our dog to the vet between 7:30 and 8, and she's going to
yeah.
make a decision whether to put him
Okay.
down or not, and I don't
Yeah.
want to put him down.
Yeah.
I've had to do that too since my husband passed away. And
Well, we had 7 boxers, and we've had to do it to 2 of them, but the rest of them just passed on their own from cancer.
Yeah. Hi, Marla.
Yeah. Hello, Marla.
Hey, Marla. But yeah, I said, well, John, you're going to have to take it. He said, you're going with me.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to have to take Beverly with us too, and
Yeah.
she'll have to sit out in the waiting room for us till we see what's going to happen. She's
Yeah.
hoping that she can give him some medicine.
Yeah.
But see, with him having a heart murmur, it's hard for her to give him too much of anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I didn't like making those decisions either. And then I brought mine home and buried them here in my flower bed.
yeah,
So
well, we'll have him cremated.
if you ever wanted to see a 60-some-year-old lady crying every shovelful of dirt,
Yeah,
that was me.
yeah,
Well, my friend that passed away from pancreatic cancer, she had a horse and she rode it for a long time, but then it just got to be more of a pet, and it passed away. And she had a neighbor come with a backhoe and did a backhoe, and then they moved it and buried it in her backyard.
That's what John did with the first 2 of ours. He used the farmer's backhoe that he worked for.
Yeah.
And they're out by the woods in the front.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are on our shelf in the living room in a little wooden box.
I see. They don't offer that in my small town.
Well, we didn't know they did either. That's why the first 2, we buried. But now they've got a pet crematory in Oxford.
Yeah, there's some pet cemeteries here.
There's some pet cemeteries, but this is a crematory. And, we, like I say, we didn't know about it until finally the vet told us. And John said, well, yes. So the other 4 is up on the mantelpiece, and I guess this one will be too when it ever happens.
Yeah.
Because this is John's PTSD dog, and I just hate to know what it's going to be like.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I don't want another one.
I
don't.
And then
You can't travel. You can't do nothing when you have a dog, unless you got somebody that'll dog sit for you.
One of my neighbors, her little dog passed away, and I said, "Are you going to get another one?" She says, "No," because she had to be at home. She had to give him shots for being a diabetic.
Hey, Tracy.
and it was just, too much she had to do. And she said, no, she told her family, do not bring me a puppy. I do not want one. So, but she had to put hers down.
A cat you can leave at home with the litter box and the food and
Yeah.
stuff, but a dog, you got to have somebody. I mean, I know we got chickens, but I've got 2 sons that could, well, I don't know about Johnny now that he's, with NASCAR, because I don't know when he'd ever be home. But, Nathan can come by from work and check them and make sure they got food and stuff,
But I get a sugar glider next to babysit.
Oh, do you? I
What's
did
that?
2 of them. Oh,
What's that?
it's something like a squirrel, but it's not a squirrel. They got big old eyeballs.
Ew.
And Sandra, that one night that I said, Johnny, do I need to clip these cages? He says, no, they've never gotten out. And one night I heard something in my room. I said, John, is that a mouse in our house? And Petey was about to have a fit. And I turned the light on. I said, John, that darn thing got out of the cage. He says, well, I'm not catching it. I had to catch it. And I took a towel and I put it over it. But their claws are so long, they just grab. They got really long. Be careful. They got really long claws. So I took clothespins and I closed them gate. And now they do that because they finally one time got out at their house.
Well, she takes them out. Well, she only has one left. One passed away this year. And normally they don't last long after that. And she had to go to the vet because she's going to go to Alaska and do the adventures that I'm never wanting to do. She's going to go live out in the boony whackers, clear west of Anchorage, and
wow,
teal thing during the winter months for the year. So she's going up for that, but she had to have vet check, and the vet says that this sugar glider is perfectly healthy for being by himself. But he says just the shock of going on that airplane trip and the traveling without a buddy, that he didn't think he would live very long. So grandma's babysat him before for a month or longer. So guess who gets him for a month or longer?
Grandma.
Well, I get this dog for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A long time.
Is that the one that's having the baby?
No. This is my daughter, Melinda, my oldest. She just sold her place out of town, and she can't find any place. Well, there's nothing that she wants to buy in this town. And she's not sure what she wants to do. And it's like, so she signed a 6-month lease on this apartment up here, but no pets are allowed.
Yeah.
But she can't, she's right here beside me laying on the floor right now.
That's because you gave her a treat.
But normally Melinda takes her out for a 3-mile walk every night.
Are you going to do that?
No. I might go around the block once. And so she gets a snack after that. And then at 9 o'clock, she kennels into her bed and you don't hear a word from her until 7, 8 in the morning.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So then I have to get up, open the door, let her go out in the backyard.
Yeah.
And she just runs and runs and runs. And then I come in and I use the facility. I figure, you're going potty, I'm going potty.
Now, my next door neighbor, when they take a trip or out of town, because I know this car and they'll be gone and it comes daily and it takes care of their dogs and feeds them and does all that. But I'm sure it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Bye, Deb.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night, Deb.
Night, Deb.
All right.
But it's just
Beverly's up. She said good night.
I thought I heard
I
something.
heard an
something.
echo.
I didn't know
I
where it
looked
came
up to
from.
see who had a visitor.
Yeah, I'm like, who was that?
It was Beverly.
Yeah.
But it's like when, like I said, after we're done, I'll go out and I'll toss. She has indoor toys and she has outdoor toys, and so I'll do the outdoor toys. Yeah,
Well, I
that's
think I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, and
No,
go to bed.
I don't blame you. It's
Go
it's
snuggle up with my Petey.
for you. You're on that East Coast, so
Yeah,
You're an hour
it's
later
after
than
10,
us.
so
Yeah.
um,
I don't know how this animal stays together, but it does. It's just a regular stuffed animal. It's not designed for dogs.
it's a wonder they don't. Well, my sister's dog, she's got a Chihuahua, and if it squeaks, she's gonna get that squeaker out of it.
That's the way our black Jack Russell
This
Terrier.
this sounds terrible, but she's got a frog. She's had
Yeah.
that frog ever since she was a baby, but she does bad things to that frog.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
It's like our Jack Russell Terrier.
Thank you, Susan.
His longest toy lasted 1 minute, 7 seconds.
I would think a dog, if it was a regular stuffed animal, a dog would just rip it into pieces.
Well,
Try to get the stuffings out of
And
it.
all the stuffing
she
would be
doesn't-
flying
she
everywhere.
hasn't ripped. She has one that she's had since she was gotten as a puppy, and she's 4.
My son had a dog, and he trained it. He had this tennis ball, and no matter how many times he would throw it, that dog would go get it and bring it back to him and drop it by his foot.
That's cute.
He could do that for an hour, but his dog just got to where he laid around. He wouldn't eat, and the vet said he's getting ready to pass away.
Yeah.
So after
Okay,
that,
I'm gonna get
I
off of
never
here,
got another
and
dog.
I might try to call you Monday and let you know
okay.
what's what, because I don't know yet, but I'm sure hoping not.
Yeah.
But you know,
Saying,
We can tell
Ah,
you're
yeah.
nervous because you're rubbing your hands.
yeah.
It's like you never want to hear the verdict, but
Yeah, decisions are hard sometimes.
Yes, they are. So,
okay.
but anyway, I will
Anyway.
talk to y'all. If you come
Alrighty.
on Monday night, I'll try, but I don't know.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Love all y'all.
I love you.
Bye.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah, this is Tracy's first viewing of the dog
Oh.
because it's like, yes, it's a nice sized dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to post a link in case Peggy Lynn or anybody wants to come up.
It's like I only have 2 toys in the house and 3 toys in the yard, so that's not bad. And then she'll play with one for a while, and then it's like, you go fetch it. I'm done.
Yeah.
There's Jean at one day at a time farmstead. Hello.
Has Nancy been on here?
She come through and said hello to everybody.
Did
Yeah.
she?
Yeah. And I posted the link, but she didn't come up. The link's not pinned to the top tonight. There was a few trolls or whatever you want to call them, so it's
Yeah.
not at the top. So
Okay. Because that's where I was looking when Kathy and I finally got done. She's working on her birthday quilt. And then we just designed how she's going to make the back of her quilt out of bigger pieces of fabric. She doesn't have enough of one fabric.
Oh my gosh, it's 68
68
degrees where Marla
degrees.
is.
we're supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow after all these 106s.
Well, it's not going to be that here. It's going to be hotter than that. Let me
Yeah.
look.
We're heading back up near the 100.
Who's in the basement?
It's going to be 97 tomorrow. So
Susan, you wave to me?
it's 86 right now.
Is Susan, you're out coming up?
I think that's who it is. I'm going to add her. I hope I'm right. It is, isn't it?
Who is it?
Her kitchen light is awful bright. We hear the static from whatever.
Hi, you guys.
Okay.
Is her mic on?
And sometimes she has trouble with it. She's got big dangly
Well, I'm
earrings.
not wearing my headphones. Should I do that? 'Cause that might work.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you. A
you're
teacher, kindergarten teacher made them for me.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
It's just your kitchen window is really bright behind you. It drowns you.
That's my living room window. I'll shut the blinds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say if you had blinds where you could shut, that would really
It's
help.
like I didn't know which way she's facing out her table. I had a 50-50 chance.
Oh, there's Wilkes. We're doing good, Wilkes.
Look like a lot of tall trees out that window.
Well, that helped a little bit. It's not a
Yeah.
very big tree.
Uh-huh.
I told
Yeah.
them last year, because I face west, they cut it way back, and boy, did my living room get hot.
Yes, it does.
No, I can't see you.
We can't see. We see your comments,
Yeah,
Wilkes. We see your
Yeah.
comments.
we don't see you.
Yeah, we're supposed to wave if we see. If you
We
all-
see you.
It's like we don't see you because you're writing.
Wonder why is it so dark where she's at? Because she shut that light,
Yeah, her kitchen light isn't the
Well, I'm
brightest.
in my living room. I'll move over to my couch, and that'll be better. So hang on.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just have the light in the wrong spot. Well, her living room goes right to her dining room, which is right off
Oh,
the kitchen.
There. That should be
that's
better.
much better.
Yeah. We see you
Much
now.
better.
Yeah.
Now I've got to go get my quilt I was working on. Oops. I put 6 quilts into our county fair.
Oh,
Oh,
you've been busy.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I don't know what you mean by that one.
I don't know what the EXPN is. And hi, Kathy. She's on.
You want me to make you big so you can show us, Susan? You want to show us your quilts if you got them?
They're all at the fairgrounds right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have to enter them in advance.
All right.
This is a Halloween table runner I'm making.
Oh, I like that. Let me make you. There you go. Yeah.
I thought it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
so what state are you in?
I live in central Washington State, about an hour
In
and a
45
half
minutes.
from
Yeah.
hour and a half from Sandra.
Oh,
I drove to her house the other day, and then we went over to Kathy's.
Stephanie Stitches, who has a YouTube channel. She's at a sewing retreat in the state of Washington.
Yes.
Yep, on Camino Island.
Yes, and that was so pretty. She did a
Oh, the
video.
islands in Puget Sound are gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yes.
about it. She does that once a year there.
Yes, she
But that's-
does. And someday maybe I can even afford to pay the cost.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
too far for me
It's
to
like,
fly
I'm
to.
not. There's no $700.
I'll
We
go
can
if I
we
can
can
drive.
travel a lot, Susan, for $700.
Exactly.
But not that.
And Kathy said it was a blast when y'all came to see her.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
still 85 degrees here still.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm like
85 here
86
too.
right now, so yeah, it's been warm.
Yeah. When we went over to see Kathy, it was just cooling down, which was nice because we went from the high 90s and it was dropping down and said, let's go now while it's cooler.
Which was really good since my AC doesn't work in my car.
Oh.
So, Susan, is your last name Munger?
No.
My last name is Year Out.
Oh, year out? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a couple Susans.
Okay.
Yeah. Susan, you're out is part of the
Yeah.
she's actually part of the block swap.
Yeah,
haven't gotten mine yet.
you're the one that said lost the blocks and you had to remake them, and isn't that right? You remember
Yeah.
hearing that, Sheila? So
Yeah,
I've
and you
got
never found them?
14 made again, and I just know I'll find the 28 as soon as the new ones get put in the mail. I know those will show up.
The day you mail them, you'll probably find them.
Yep.
That's usually how it goes.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
And you can see the Afghan I just finished on my
That's
couch.
pretty.
yeah, like that.
Like, don't they call that granny squares?
Granny squares, yes.
Okay, I remember those from a long time ago.
I used to help my mother make Afghans, and this is the first time as a grown up I've done a granny square.
Hello, farm wife. Hello, Ashley Ratliff.
Yep.
It's a lot more people coming on now, Rita.
I know. Well,
Okay.
I'm seeing 47. It looks like.
Yeah, my phone says 47.
And
I
how
got my
many
phone on it to look at the chat. So you're on 2 devices right now.
Well, I
Jake.
took YouTube off on my laptop so I wouldn't have the competing voices.
Yeah. It's like I'm watching the chat on this one and you're on the laptop.
Yeah. Because with the hotspot device, my Kindle doesn't pick up the internet. So
Yeah.
I don't know how well.
Well, I like it on the iPad because I have a holder for the iPad, and I put it on the arm of the recliner so I don't have to hold it. I'm lazy.
Well, my Apple tablet is too old. It's over 5, and it won't go through StreamYard.
Well, what I had was I forget what it was, but it was a smaller Apple device.
Yeah, mine's the Apple Mini.
A mini, yes. But it
And-
got to where it wouldn't download lots of stuff anymore,
and it won't. So I need to get a new one.
So my granddaughter uses it when she's here, like to play games and stuff on it. And when a friend of mine, her husband passed away suddenly, like in April, and just in December, she bought him this iPad for Christmas, and then he passed away in April. So she didn't need it because she's got one. So she told me she would sell it to me. So I bought it.
It's like,
and it's bigger too,
I keep putting off upgrading because it's like, how many things can I buy all at once?
Yeah, and my laptop, I don't even get it out. It is so old.
Yeah.
It takes forever for it to just come on,
Well, I bought this new laptop. I can't get it to accept my printer. So I have to use my old laptop send myself emails with the link, open it up, and then I can go in and print what I need.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
can't get rid of the old because it won't accept the new.
Yeah. Well, my old one's got tons of pictures on it from like way back, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't want to get rid of it for that
Yeah.
reason.
Pictures, huh?
And then the new laptops do not have a CD player.
No, they don't. And
Nope.
my old one does.
Yeah, I have 3 old
Well, do you
laptops.
know that the new Toyota vehicles do not have a CD player in them?
They have just where you plug in your
Uh-huh.
wireless thing
Yep.
and play your
Uh-huh.
tunes.
Yeah,
Huh.
Bluetooth is all.
Yeah.
Now mine's I have a Toyota Highlander. It's a 2014 and it's got a CD player. But I'm running that thing till it won't go.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
fine.
It's my pickup that I have is my last and only rig I'm going to have.
And the car before that was a Toyota 4Runner and it had an 8-track in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's dating that one.
That's how old that one was.
My Subaru has a tape player and CD player because I don't have any tapes.
Yeah, I've got some tapes that I've had forever, and I kind of keep them in there. And because if I'm on a long trip or something or driving quite a ways, I'll use the CDs then.
Yeah. I have a bunch of cassette tapes still, even some unopened because I never.
Yeah, I need to put all those on a USB drive.
You need before you lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still there.
And Slim Twiggy, we can see your typing.
I see you now. Yeah. That's the first comment I've seen from Slim, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't see you. I see your writing.
Yeah. It's like, what? I even back scrolled before I answered.
Is that what you meant?
That treat worked on the puppy. That she went and laid down.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye, Kathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye, Kathy.
In Farm Life, we have a 2023 Ford truck that doesn't have a tape player.
Yeah, the new ones, I say, aren't going to have that. My son's got a new little cross-track Subaru that he bought really for just because it's cheap on gas to save on his truck. Because his truck's quite a bit older, but he's afraid to get rid of his truck.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye, Tracy.
And is YouTube having chat issues tonight? I didn't know that, but
No, not that I'm aware of.
Bye, Tracy.
Yes.
Peggy had to leave twice. It said international error when I typed before.
Well, that's like when on Peggy's I couldn't go in because I signed in to hers officially on kid mode. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I had that happen to me. It was on kid mode that one time, but she changed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I seen Patty says best on right now. Yes, I seen that. I've been burnt out on YouTube lately.
I
It's
just
like-
watch it some, not all the time.
Yeah.
I may watch. The only one I really watch every day or whenever she's on is the Simple Quilter.
Yeah.
I watch her, but that's about it. And
I
I'll
watch
do Stephanie
Rita's.
Stitches every once in a while, you know.
But she's had some of the worst timing here lately when she does her afternoon ones.
Uh-huh.
It's like we're done at 1 on Kathy's now, my time.
Yeah.
But it's still not quite enough for when Rita comes on.
Yeah.
I did some of those because I keep Francis up so late sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
So I would watch and write in the chat, while I was on with Kathy.
Uh,
Like having these extra things, it helps.
Well, I know my YouTube watching will go down a lot because in a week and a half school starts and I'll be back at work.
oh.
Uh-oh.
And I don't plan on going back to work.
Well, we're all retired.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'll be retired next summer. Woohoo!
woohoo. We're all retired and tired.
I'm tired. Yes, some people like the daytime ones, and some of them like the evening ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
can't.
you can't please everybody.
No, you can't.
No.
And like the other night, it's because of whatever. It was because I was getting ready to have Alani go because that was her mom's graduation day. And so they asked if I wanted to go to the graduation, and we're all going to cram in a car just a little bit bigger than Susan and 5 adults. No way.
Yeah.
I said I'll stay home.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need to be crammed.
Well, 'cause I'm about to burn out on YouTube
And
myself.
sometimes I watch YouTube just to learn different things, different sewing techniques. I'll look, search for something particular.
But I have so many things to do between great granddaughter and now the dog, the yard work, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then with the next one coming up, she's supposed to be taking 6 weeks off. I have Monday, and then I have 4 weeks of no babysitting.
The little granddaughters, the last 2 mornings, their mamas asked me if I'd keep them for a few hours. So,
Yeah.
in time I keep them from like 8:30 to noon. I don't want to do anything else the rest of the
You
day.
need a break
Yeah.
in the afternoon.
Oh, and they're not that bad. It just takes up every minute of the second they're there. You're doing something with one or the other of
Well,
them.
I mean, she's young enough that you still got to kind of keep up with her.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Well, it was Millie and the little 4-month-old. I had both of them.
Oh, both.
Yes. Yes.
That's full time.
It is full time.
Yeah. And it's like,
So how old is the little one now?
She was born in April, so she's 4 months. Her and Millie's birthdays are a day apart.
Are they?
Oh my gosh.
They like April babies.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
Millie's is April the 10th, and the new baby's April the 11th is the birthdays.
Wow.
and then my great grandkids, they're April 20th, May 4th, and May 7th. And then now this one, September, and the other one's going to be November. At least they broke them up finally.
Well, my son and the grandson that passed away from lung cancer, their birthday is 1 day apart. He thought he was going to come on Jason's birthday, but he didn't.
Well, we was beginning to think this baby was going to come on his mama's birthday. And it's like, I told her to keep her legs crossed and squeeze tight.
Oh.
Maybe it's in the water.
I have a niece who had a baby girl in July, but she really wanted to have it on her mother's birthday or her brother's birthday. Baby was born on the 12th, and I said, well, Jen, you did get a family birthday. Your great-grandfather was born on July 12th, 1903. And she goes, oh, Kate, you were born on your great-grandpa's 120th birthday. Wow.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. You just can't let other people bother you. You just have to do your own thing and go on.
Go on down the road.
Because I'm telling you, we're not all everybody's cup of tea. Some people don't like me, and some people don't. It's just the way that's just life.
Yeah. It is, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
But don't let it bother you. Just go on.
Yeah.
And I don't think making YouTube channels is for everybody either, Will. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I
Mine,
get burned out. I get burned out on it sometimes.
Yeah.
mine would be very boring because I hand quilt. It'd be as exciting as watching paint dry.
One thing I've learned is to not be watching a YouTube channel and trying to cut fabric out. Don't do that. Because it was in a kit and it needed to be a 3.5 inch, and I cut it 3 inch.
Oh
And there
no.
wasn't
Wasn't enough to,
another piece that I could do that. So I had to order a back border to get it.
See, my don't do is I was listening to the radio and they were playing a song that had numbers in it as I'm trying to cut. So I miscut by an inch.
But I need to just concentrate where that rotary cutter goes, you know.
yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube. I listen to songs and recipes and everything on YouTube.
Sometimes I've watched movies on it before.
I've done that before, not recently, but I have before.
Mm-hmm.
I did it Christmas time.
My neighbor's supposed to be out mowing his lawn still. He had mowed it
Sometimes
for
I'll be in
3
there
weeks.
sewing in the morning and I have it on this, it's an antenna station called METV. It has a lot of the old shows on it.
Oh, me TV,
Me
yes.
TV, yeah.
Yeah, and so I watch it a lot. My son doesn't care for it. He says, "Oh, Mom, that's just black and white TV." But I love it.
If I have to, I watch replays for background sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
y'all
that.
think I'm on YouTube all the time, but I have it on in my kitchen when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah. I've
I
done
don't
that
have that
too.
time. I have a Lonnie and a dog. And yeah,
And pretty soon another dog.
no, a sugar glider. At least they sleep most of the time.
Oh, that's true.
Farm wife loves to laugh, Wilkes County boy, but she don't care for Rufus. Now I don't care for Rufus much either.
I don't know Rufus.
A Wilkes County boy has that Rufus on there with the mask thingy or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
care for that. But that's just me, you know. Everybody has their likes and
just
dislikes.
like.
I just have things I got to get
Marla.
done.
My son likes to watch Discovery or History Channel.
Yeah.
Those are his favorites.
This thing's too serious. Well, there's a time to laugh and a time to be serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
And there's times to be seriously laughing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've had that before.
Yeah.
Oh,
I either
yeah.
have TV or sometimes I'll listen to have this app. I think it's called Heart, and I have music on there, and I'll have it on. Uh, it's called iHeart,
Oh, yes. I heard.
and I have music on it. Um,
And Marla likes it quiet when she's sewing. I'm usually playing somebody on YouTube or something on YouTube.
I
May
don't
not
want it
be a
quiet.
chance.
I want to hear something besides my sewing machine.
I get the migraine headaches, so I can't always have something on.
Mm,
It's like I definitely can't look up at
mm.
things for a long period of time.
And
It's
Peggy
just the
Lee
I don't know what the ME stands for. It's a antenna
Memorial,
station. It's not a cable station.
Memorable Entertainment or something
Yes.
like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
I'm
what it is.
Because I watch it, Andy Griffith and all them shows.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, we watch
In
it
the
a lot.
heat of the night, and I watch the Waltons, and I watch there's a cowboy one.
A cowboy one.
Got
Yeah.
Kitty on it.
Oh, Gunsmoke.
The
Yeah,
Rifleman
Gunsmoke.
and
I watch
Wagon
it.
Train with the Wagon
Bonanza.
Train and some of
Oh,
them. Yeah.
I don't need to watch those. I watched those for couldn't tell you how many years. And when they found those lost episodes, I wanted to wring somebody's neck. Because my husband watched those all day long.
My grandfather did, and he turned one on, and we kind of get interested. And he goes, "No, I've seen that one." Change the channel. We go, "Quick!"
Yeah, I looked it up, and it said memorable entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all the time teasing my husband that, oh, this one's a rerun, this one's a rerun. You know, making a joke because, you know, they're so old. But
Yeah, I
Well,
don't care if it's a rerun, just
uh,
some
it's like
noise, because I'm here by myself.
I don't
It's
have
fine.
TV on until I go to bed at night because it's too quiet. I have not got used to that part yet, and it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
That total silence because he had a CPAP machine and he's up at 4 in the morning, and I'm up at 4 in the morning.
I haven't watched very many food shows on YouTube. I do watch them on public broadcasting. I think it's called Create. I watch a lot of cooking shows there.
I watch Life Below Zero and all those up that people are living off the grid
Oh,
alone.
that's my son. That's right up his alley. That's what he wants.
I will not watch Naked and Afraid.
No, I'm not in. He loves like Mountain Men, and I will watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandson was here one night and he says, "Grandma, can I watch Naked and Afraid?" I says, "I've never seen it before." He had a million questions. And I says, "I'm never watching Naked and Afraid again ever with you."
yeah.
That first writer's strike really destroyed television.
I don't care for that kind of entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd watch it once.
I don't like the reality shows, No.
Oh, I love watching Sister Wives because I wanted to know when somebody was finally going to put him in his place.
Yeah. I love to watch Blue Blood. Sometimes I'll put it on.
Yeah.
Through my Roku, and I'll watch it.
Marla watches Newsmax and Fox News.
I like watching the news long enough to get the weather. I'm fed up with fires because we've had over 20,000 acres burnt around the big town next to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's at 200 and some houses between the two. Fires.
I usually watch the local news for an hour and then the national news. It comes on after that for 30 minutes. I get it.
But now the national news here lately, I don't even want to watch, and I don't want our news.
Julie, let me get Julie up here. Yeah, I'm going to post a link,
Yeah,
Julie.
I like the Food Network too, Julie. Peggy.
Yeah, I will admit, when I had cable, I watched the Food Network a lot. And HGTV.
That's mine. HGTV used to be.
Yeah.
And back when the History Channel actually talked about history and not ice road truckers and all that, I watched that.
Julie wants to know if she can come in.
I posted the link there. She can find it. You see the link, Julie? I didn't pin it to the top. We had some issues early on, so.
I love to watch Hallmark movies.
And I haven't watched a Hallmark movie in 7 years.
Oh my gosh, I love them. Especially around Christmas time.
Those
Gets me in the
Christmas
Christmas
ones are
spirit.
very much like Harlequin romances.
That's me.
Formula. You read one, you know the plot of all of them.
Yeah,
The Christmas ones,
I know it.
just change the actors in the place, and it's the same thing.
Susan, you sound like you've heard that from me before.
Oh, and my sister and I have discussed it. Brother and sister-in-law.
But it's like, yeah, my husband goes, well, why don't you like these? I says, because they're like Harlequin romances. And he says, well, kinda. I says, yeah, the names change, the location changed, but they all fall in love.
Rita, if she can't find it, you may need to post it
Yeah,
again.
she's here. There's
Okay.
Julie. Hey, Julie.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi, Julie.
She's
How are you
still in her bed.
doing?
We're
I just
good.
realized
You?
you're on.
You didn't know I was. I've been on for 2 hours.
I know. I was looking at your other.
You're tardy.
I know, right? I'm late, right? Well, better late
You're
than
late
never,
to the
right?
party.
No, I was looking at your other post that you had of the things the nice lady from Arkansas sent you, and then something was mentioned about tonight, and I'm like, tonight? So I go in and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's probably about ready to go off.
Well, she was, but then.
Well, I was, but the things changed, so we're going to stay on a while longer now.
Oh. How is everybody?
How's
Sheila,
that
how are
going?
you?
Good. Is it hot in Chicago?
You know, it is very cold. Those 2 days were very bad, but it's in the
Really?
70s.
I'm to 83 now.
Oh, good. What were you before? What were you
Well, I'm
before?
86
We just
right
got to
now.
99 today, or 93 today, but it's taken forever to cool off.
Yeah, we were 100 with a heat index of 117,
Yeah.
and we don't get that.
Yo, Patty wants to see Sandra Big so they can see the pretty blue quilt blocks up close.
Oh, Patty, are you snooping?
No.
Is she being serious or is she just?
Oh, probably because she wants to see what I'm working
She
on.
wants to see him, Rita.
It looks nice from the here. Look. Let's
Here we
see.
go.
Oh, nice.
They are nice.
Those are beautiful.
Okay, these three are the same pattern as these. What? 3, 4, 5, 7. Except for these are all the same material here. And then these are something I just playing with now. And then this is the same pattern. Just flip the colors back and forth.
Very pretty.
Christmas colors.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that close enough, Patty G? I can send you a picture.
I think she could see that, or she's got an eyesight problem.
We're friends and troublemakers together.
Hey, Slim Twiggy, how are you?
I
Okay, I'll go to the principal's office for being late.
I'm going to go put my dinner in the oven.
WCB, how are you? We haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, he's been missing
So much
you.
like my older daughter. It's scary.
I've been on. You've missed. I missed you. I guess we're missing each other.
Uh-huh.
What were you saying, Susan?
Julie looks so much like my older daughter. It's scary. I thought, what is Sorella doing on?
Your older daughter. Oh my gosh. Thank God you're seeing me at a distance. I'm 66. I hope I'm not,
Well,
Della.
Della.
Hi, Della.
I'm 66 too, Julie.
Are you okay?
Then y'all are older than me. I'm still
Yeah, we're old.
64.
See?
We're
It's
not
just a
talking
number.
about
It's
age,
just
are
a
we?
number, Rita. Just a number, right?
No. But I'll be 65 in November.
Okay. I just turned 66. So. Just a number.
What month, Julie?
August.
July.
Okay.
Well, I've got you by month.
So what day's your birthday, Julie? This is August. What day's your birthday?
It was gone. It's gone.
It's gone? And you didn't tell us, or did you tell us and we let it slip? You didn't
I
tell
didn't
us.
want anybody to know. I don't celebrate my birthday.
Well, happy late birthday then.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I don't.
Hope
I
it
just
was a
don't.
good
I don't.
one.
I don't. It was great.
Huh.
I was on an airplane.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we can go back and figure out what day it was then.
Now you know where I was though, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That was my birthday present. Bye-bye.
And Della's mailing all her blocks out Monday.
Woo-hoo.
Okay.
Will, quit being all depressed.
Hey, Wilt, don't start this again. Everybody loves you. We love you. We love your videos. I don't know why you keep doing this. You don't realize how many people care about you. So stop it. You've got this. You've got it. You make us laugh with your videos. Oh my God, I watch them and I laugh. And then when you cook, we watch your recipes. Don't give up. There's no reason to give up. You've got a lot of friends, a lot more than you think you have. Come on, let's get it together. You got this. And you better stay on now. Don't you go off. Don't you? We're going to come and get you. Just because one or two people don't like you, that doesn't mean everybody else doesn't. There's a hell of a lot more people that like you than don't.
There's too many people with depression, and my grandson's one. And to live in this world with some of the, I could say, idiots out there
True.
that don't care. They think it's a joke.
People are evil.
Yeah. But it's like, he had to come down here the other day because he just couldn't take the people anymore. And you have to talk him down out of it. And the antidepressant he's on isn't working. So, on to the next.
How old is he?
21.
Oh, that's young.
Is he working?
Yes, he's working.
Is he?
He lost his job due to depression. But we live in a state that you can hire them for whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's the job that I do.
Without
Okay.
talking, Peggy.
My stupid phone. I typed a message in there 6 times and had got so mad I just opened up my laptop because every time I try and type a message it'd say error.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to get off my iPad. It only says 10%, so
No.
if I don't, it's just gonna shut it off.
No.
Yeah.
Go recharge it. Everyone have a good night.
Hold that phone
Night,
up.
Sheila.
Are you going to sleep just because I came on? Now you're leaving, right?
No.
Because I was on time, right? I thought this was a midnight thing, like a midnight mass.
It's not an all-nighter. It's
Oh,
a
Hi, June.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Sheila,
put
good
this cat
night.
on my
Good night,
phone, but I'm
sweetheart.
not gonna be able
You
to.
have a great night.
You going to bed? Or no, hi Rita. Or hi
Where's
Rita.
Francis?
But he says, hi June.
She was here. She just had to go to bed. She stayed quite a while.
Yeah.
So she's been here.
Yeah. You missed out.
Hey, we're doing shifts tonight, right? We're
Yeah.
just doing shifts.
Yeah.
I'll just leave y'all alone and go take a nap in a minute, then I'll come back.
Come back.
All refreshed and ready to go.
Go take a nap, shower, change clothes. And come back.
I did hobble in and get me a sandwich.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I
Well,
just ate too.
as I went to put something in dinner for me, I figured I better take the dog out to go potty.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
Hello, WCB. Well, it's a little swollen on the inside of the knee, but it hurts like the devil.
What
Oh
did
my
you
gosh.
do?
So I was outside with my dog and mom's dog on the leashes, and we went out front, right in the front yard, still in our yard.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it big. I don't know if it's Malamute Husky. I don't know what it is, but this sucker's big. He's bigger than the one that Sandra's got. He
Mm-hmm.
come charging across the street to come at me and the dogs, and I went to put myself between him and my dogs, and the grass was wet, and I went down.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that hurts.
And my left leg was splued out like behind me, and my right leg was under me. And I was still yelling at the dog while I was on the ground because he didn't want to leave. But I was next to where we have a trellis, and at the bottom of that trellis is some of those white decorative rocks. And I said, "You little sucker, if I have to, I'm going to be heaving all them rocks at you until you leave." And he finally left, and it took me 5 minutes to get off the ground. And it took me
And you're
10 to walk to the house, and that was the length of a garage. It took me 10 minutes to get back in the house.
You're the last person that needs to fall with your other
It's
things.
the same knee that had the ACL surgery on it.
Oh my God! Are you going to the doctor?
I went this morning to the emergency room,
Okay.
and they did x-rays on it, so nothing's broke. But they told me if it hurts this bad Monday, to come back into the bone and joint place just up the road from them and get an MRI to see if I tore anything. She said she could still see the pins were in place from the ACL surgery, so I didn't rip any of the pins out, so that's a good thing.
I can make you a dog story.
We did call, Mom called animal control, and a sheriff did come out looking for who owned that dog.
Did they find out?
And I think it's because I fell, right? So
Yeah,
somebody
right,
actually got hurt because of the dog.
Because you got hurt, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a leash law there? Is there a leash law there?
We do.
That's
We
why
do.
you keep it on a leash.
That's not why. Trust me, there's a dog next door who charged me 3 times. The third time it came in the garage where I was at, and I happened to have canned goods in a grocery bag, and I walloped that dog with it. And when I got done, I went barreling across the driveway and across the neighbor's yard to the people that owned the dog. And well, Sailor's mouth was out, and I was not happy about it. And I told him next time that dog charged me, I was shooting it with my gun. And that dog, not even a month later, attacked the neighbor right next door's dog who was on a freaking cable and damn near killed her. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
And they still, that dog still runs loose.
You know, but don't the police? Has somebody called the police and explained to them that this dog just does whatever? And what do they do if there's a leash law? You got to keep your dog contained. They don't do anything like write tickets or anything.
They made him pay the vet bill for that dog that it attacked.
Well, maybe they should make the person pay the hospital bill for you.
If he found him, I don't know if he found him or not. But I've been going out with my BB gun, and my boyfriend said I need to go out with my 38. Well, the problem with the 38,
Mace is good too. If you don't want to kill them, mace them.
Well, the problem with the 38 is the houses around, right? A BB only travels so far, and a 38 bullet would travel too far.
Mace is
and
good.
I've shot this dog with the BB gun before, but I don't know why it comes back. I guess its fur is too thick for it. Maybe. Yeah. I can always hit him with the BB gun, right?
Yeah. Do you always? Let me ask you this: Do you see his face then? Right.
The dog?
He's face. Just mace the hell out of him. Just mace him.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
what I
have
did.
any mace. I don't think I have any mace.
I was working with my partner one day, and there was it was a domestic, and of course, where I was, they had pit bulls, and nobody's more afraid of pit bulls than I am. And my partner, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. They're going to eat us up. He says, Julie, get your mace. And I didn't know this. He said, let's mace them. And we did. And they ran.
Well, I don't let them get that close. I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah. Somebody will get hurt with them dogs.
Yeah.
If he comes barreling across the road, he gets it with the BB gun as soon as he steps foot in the yard.
Hairspray, cologne, anything spray. Just spray them.
No, the BB gun works good because I can put 10 pumps on it. And
But
10
you
pumps
said last
hits as
time
hard as a 22. Huh?
Did he go the other way after you hit him with BB gun? Keep going. Keep using it.
But I shot him twice. The first time I had 10 pumps on it. Second time I only had 5. And when I have 10 pumps on it, it's like a 22. So it should have got through the fur. But when he come charging across the highway, he almost got hit. And, I'm an animal lover, but I kind of wish he'd have got hit.
So are we. So I think all of us are. Yeah.
Because it's like the third time he's done it.
And there's no collar or anything?
Oh, he's got a collar on.
But you just don't know who owns them. That's
You have to take him to small claims court. That's BS, Marla.
I bet that's right. Because
no, really?
Judy and all them shows where they had to take them to small
Judge Judy.
Yeah. Judge Judy.
So my dog is a pit bull, but she's only a puppy. So she's not really able, she might be, but she's not in the mindset to protect us, right? Because she probably would.
Well, I'm sure if somebody was coming after you at her age, I'm sure she would try to.
But I locked both of them down because I had them both on a leash, and I locked both their leashes down so that I could get between, right? So I could avoid a dog fight because I was afraid that dog, Mom's dog's only this big, right? And this dog is probably clear up to my hip or waist.
Wow.
And just people that let their dogs run loose, one, don't care about their pet.
Exactly.
And two, shouldn't be allowed to own them.
That's right. I agree. I agree 100%. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but did I ever tell? It was probably, 10 years ago? Maybe about, I've been retired, it'll be 3 years. About 10 years ago, I got a call. And this is when it was very, very, very cold. And it was like 20 below. A very, very cold, unusual winter. There were 2 dogs in the backyard. They were Rottweilers. And the one Rottweiler I'm like, oh my God, we got to get this dog. It looks like it's going to die, whatever. My partner who met me there, because we were driving by ourselves, jumped the fence, climbed the fence, jumped it, unlocked the gate, carried the dog out. We got the dog to the vet. The dog, he was dying. I had my arms around the dog. We had him. He was so cold. The vet took his temperature. It was 40 degrees. He died.
Oh.
Somebody called the owner. Somebody called the owner of these dogs. The other dog was in a lighted little house thing. And he was stupid enough to come back. Said the police were at your house. So he comes back. I'm being sarcastic when I say stupid. He comes back and I asked him what happened. And he said, well, I let the dog out to go to the bathroom. And then the dog was sick. I said, you went to work and you forgot about it, as I'm taking my handcuffs out of the back of my, and I cuffed him. And he was not even supposed to be here, if you know what I mean. And it was a felony. And they told him that he could never have dogs again and sent him back to Mexico. Well, I guess I'm sure he's back now, but yeah, they did. Educated him back, sent him back because he didn't, if you're going to be here, go by the rules. You know what I mean? Go by the laws.
Yeah.
And the judge was a pet lover, which most people are. He just left their dog out there and it froze to death.
Yeah.
I work in our county fair, and I was working selling tickets in the main ticket booth, ticket office. And the gal next to me, her boyfriend was doing parking for the fair. And he called her up and he said, I don't know what to do about this. Somebody left their dog in their car with the windows shut. Now, this is Labor Day weekend in Central Washington. It's still hot during the day. She said, you call the police right now.
And if you have to, bust the window.
That's exactly what the police did. They broke the window, rescued the dog. One of the two police officers adopted the dog because the guy lost all rights to own a dog after this. Because in the inside of a car, and it was a dark car, it was already at 119.
It don't take long to get that hot.
No,
I know, just like kids being left in the cars.
We had no sympathy for the guy.
No.
He had somebody call, say, please search your car, they're breaking the window. And he goes barreling out there, and they said, well, we had to rescue your dog. It's not going to be your dog anymore. And if you have a problem with it,
he didn't get locked up.
So here's the thing, right? All these people think that their dogs want to go to fairs and flea markets. I don't recall a dog ever saying they wanted to go out amongst 500,000 people in the heat, burn their feet on asphalt, get locked in a car, leave the dog at home.
Exactly. Yes.
Unless it's a dog show where the dog's not going to get left in the car to begin with.
Or it's a service dog, and the service dog goes in with you wherever you're going.
Right.
Those are the only dogs that our county allows in the fair is service animals.
Yeah.
And they have to have their vest on.
Well, a lot of these flea markets around here, I see people with their dogs all the time, and I'm like, those dogs don't need to be here. One, it's too hot when we have all those whatevers, and it's usually on blacktop. You know, they close the streets down, and you got the blacktop. Could you imagine walking on that blacktop and burning your feet?
And how do you know that dog's not going to bite somebody or something? How do you know somebody can't be allergic or whatever? Whatever. Come on, seriously?
Well, the dog could be the nicest dog in the world, but there could be somebody walk up to it and do something wrong.
Exactly.
And the dog is only defending itself and its owner.
That's right. Still an animal. That's right. You're right.
Yeah. Yep.
That is, WCB, you're 100% right. That is right. Nobody loves animals more than you do.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, farm wife.
I don't really understand that one. How you can?
Oh my God!
And it happens. Well, I forgot they were back there. Well, how do you forget your child's in the car?
Yeah.
That just happened recently, wasn't it? In another state with a guy.
Several
I don't remember where it
times.
was.
Several
It was a
times.
bus driver or something, and the brother got off or whatever, and the baby that was a year old was left on the bus. Well, he went to jail, but anyway, I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
That's how it should be, Slim.
I watched a news show where a police officer was supposed to drop their child off at daycare, and he forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A police
How do
officer?
you forget your
Where was
child
this?
is in the vehicle?
Where was this?
I think the kid had fell asleep on the drive to wherever he was going, and
Doesn't matter. You shouldn't have forgot the child was in the
No, he
vehicle.
shouldn't. It doesn't matter if he's a police or whatever. I mean, come on, seriously?
There's no excuse.
There is no excuse.
And
I hope he went to jail too.
and he was on the
He resigned his position and voluntarily gave himself up.
Yeah.
You should have known better.
Right.
I mean, people have so much stuff on their mind, but my God, children and animals should be number one.
Julie,
Yes,
did you watch my video today?
I saw it, but I didn't watch it. I was going to, and then I went on this. Why? What's wrong?
So it's about another swap.
Oh, it is. What kind of swap is it?
Yeah. Well, you have to watch the video.
Oh, did you join me now? Just kidding. Stop it.
I was thinking after the video, these don't have to be made into quilts. They can be made into wall hangings or something for your kitchen.
I did one of those. You know what I did though? I did a wall hanging, and I gave it to my cousin. This was probably 6-7 years ago, and it was the pictures. I think I was telling Rita about it. Where you do the pictures on the quilt, on the fabric. You know what I'm talking about? Iron it on, make the paper, whatever, and it was beautiful. It turned out gorgeous.
Yeah.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night.
Good night, Marla.
When is this supposed to be?
It didn't start till January, but you need to go watch my video.
I've got I tell you, I got a 7-hour interview on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I should be going.
Sign up until the end of December.
I think they're just doing this to me.
I don't know, but 7 hours is a little much.
Huh?
7 hours is a little much.
Oh, but you know what they're gonna do? I have to do all kind of stuff. I have to do reaching, I have to do bending, squatting, lifting, urine, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
I think that 7 hours told me that I've already got it. I just
blah
gotta,
blah 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 stuff.
blah 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 blah.
Yes, all that stuff.
But the worst part is I have to put makeup on and I have to dress nice.
Oh,
That's gonna be hard. Yes.
Makeup and be in public.
Yes. And in a
and
suit.
7-hour interview.
And
oh
heels.
my word!
Yes. Oh my God!
Do you have to do your hair too?
Huh?
Do you have to do
My
your hair
has
too?
It has to be up in a ponytail or something. Yes.
And you have to put on nice clothes too, don't you?
Yes, a suit. Yes, black.
They're
suit with
just
a white
being
clothes.
rude. They're being
that's
rude.
just horrible. That's just disgusting.
It's horrible.
I think it's terrible.
I
Twice
don't do
in a
makeup
month. That's
either.
horrible.
Funerals and weddings, you'll see me with makeup on. A little bit. Not much, but you'll see me. What's the truth?
I know. That's
if
me.
y'all don't like this beauty,
I
ain't got nothing to say to you.
If they don't like me the way I am now, they're not going to like me at all, right?
Right?
In the spring and in the fall, I do wear foundation, mainly to cover the
We freeze.
nose.
Right? Don't want anybody to know this nose right here is all red.
Exactly.
Well, you kind of would look silly if your nose is red and nothing else, right?
It never tans. The rest of my face tans, but my nose burns.
Oh, that's just funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think, well, there she is. She's looking like a clown. Get your foundation on, woman.
And in the winter, the kids go, "Hi, Rudolph," and it's all one of them.
Oh, that's rude.
What?
The kids call her Rudolph.
Nose reindeer. I'm going to.
Oh, that's not nice.
You've only got one more year to put up with that, don't you?
This is my last winter, and then they can go do whatever the heck they want.
Anywhere away from me.
It's hysterical.
So I don't know if y'all know, but I drove school bus for like 4 years, right?
Ugh.
So one of my friends was a school bus driver. Yeah, I know it was a lot because I had 75 kids on my elementary route, and I had 25 on my high school route. But one of my friends drove bus too. And I don't think she's driving bus anymore, but she'd made a post that the school's air conditioning had gone out and they didn't cancel school. They made those kids stay in the school, and it was, we had 116 real feel, right? And then they put them on these school buses to go home, and none of the school buses for this county have air conditioning. She goes, "Oh, yeah, so my child sat in the school with no AC, and it's 116 real feel, and then you put her in a tin can to come home." And said she threw up twice at school, and once when she got home
Getting
because of the heat.
dehydrated.
Because of the heat. And
Yeah,
I said,
exactly.
I hope you gave her some electrolytes because she probably
Exactly.
needed them bad. Yeah. And I agreed with her that Vigo County needs to do better.
The winter of 1995, we woke up on November 22nd to 36 inches of snow.
Wow.
That the National Weather Service didn't see it coming. Yeah. Then it got really, really, really cold in January, and our school buses are diesel. They go out into. I live in a rural area. They go out into the county, and the diesel is gelling in the fuel lines, and the
Because they
buses.
didn't treat that fuel.
They've solved that after that. After
Oh, yeah.
they spend 5 hours rescuing bus drivers.
Well, after the fact's a little late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Yeah, because we always had to make sure we had the treated fuel in our buses, and we started it in November. But some of the stations, because we got at a station, we had a card to get gas from or diesel from. They didn't have enough to satisfy the school corporation. So whenever we'd fill up the bus, we'd have a quart of treatment to put in the fuel. Yeah.
That's what the district did.
But none of our buses have air conditioning. Not a single one of them had air conditioning.
But there's windows you can put up and down, remember?
It don't help,
you have
sweetie.
those?
Oh,
Don't help. Not in that.
It
It's
does
all
not.
metal and there's no insulation. And even
Ugh.
with the roof vents. So I would always open the front roof vent towards the front of the bus and the back one towards the back so that I would get air flowing through. But it didn't help. It would still be 90, 100 degrees in that bus. And that's with all the windows down. And they're only allowed to put them down so far. They can't
I
put them
know.
all the way down.
Yeah, can't put them all the way down. Kids will climb out or push other kids
That
out.
far. That far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the window will open twice that. But that's all the further they can put them down.
Mhm.
Now, I'd let my high school drop them, but with my elementary, I wouldn't. I'd let the high school drop them. If I got in trouble, I got in trouble.
The fun of that late November and early December, huge piles of snow.
Well, not to mention the cold and the bus not running to throw any kind of heat.
Well, when they got the buses running the next day, a bus driver who was a college student went out and she was told the cul-de-sacs in the housing development that you drive, do not go down the cul-de-sacs because the bus cannot get around the corner because of the snow. Well, she didn't listen, and she got that big long bus stuck in the snow. They had to tow her out.
Mm-hmm.
Today.
Well, they're all rear-wheel drive, and some of them don't have the engine in the back.
Yeah.
And they never put snow tires on mine. Had just the regular street tires on it.
She got back to work on Monday morning and got stuck again. And she said, well, I can do it in my car. And her boss said, well, what kind of car do you have? And she goes, a Volkswagen Beetle. And he goes, Volkswagen Beetle, bus. You need to look for a new job.
Yeah.
Hey, Peggy Lynn, I think that WCB's ready to join the quilt swap. He said he can sew.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
know that, Rita?
Well, you're going to have to watch my video to find out
You better
how.
watch your video because we're going to
I did a
put you
live
in.
today about it.
Yep, he said he made 2 pillows when he was there,
Yeah.
one for his mother and one for his aunt.
So
So
he could hang out with the girls.
And his mom and aunt
Yes.
loved his pillows till the dogs chewed them up.
the dogs liked them better, though, I think, right?
So that reminds me, some people are just, I don't know if it's disrespect or ungrateful.
Mhm.
So I don't speak to my sister. I have a twin sister. I do not speak to her. She came here and assaulted me for no reason, right? So I don't speak to her. And everybody got mad because I filed charges against her. Well, I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. That's just how it's going to be, right? But I had taken 6 months to crochet this Afghan for her, and it had little birds and little leaves on it, and it was so pretty. And she let her dog chew on it, and then had the audacity to ask me if I'd fix it. And then you know what my answer is?
No,
Nope.
you did
Nope.
enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't spoke to her in 6 years because of her assaulting me.
Oh, that's a shame.
But everybody was trying to tell me, oh, you shouldn't press charges on her. It's just a family thing. I said, no, it wasn't. She charged across the whole house to attack me for no reason.
Hmm.
So she had to pay a fine, do a community service, and had a restraining order put on her.
Well,
And
maybe
she
she
still
learned
came
something.
out here and dumped buckets of nails at the end of the driveway where I drove that school bus out every morning. And
Did you call the police again?
how I didn't have a flat tire on that bus with them kids, I'll never know.
Did you
You
call
know,
the
it's one
police
thing
again?
to do something to me, but I had over 100 kids that rode that bus.
Right.
I'm gonna have to leave and go run with the dog.
Run?
Okay,
Are you
Steve,
gonna run?
be careful. Be careful running, Sandra. Don't fall.
Yeah, don't run, honey. You'll end up limping like me.
He's running up and down the fence with the neighbor's dog, and I don't want him to bark. It's eating dog.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Okay.
catch you guys
Good
later.
night. Good
Okay.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Go behind with the
Hades, Candy sews with the needle and thread. I don't think she's going to join a swap, though. I can read the chat, but, you know, I tried putting a message in there 6 times. I finally said that's enough. It just kept coming up with a stupid error. And I left the app 4 times. And, yeah, it didn't matter. I don't know if I need to have an update for my phone or not.
I don't know
I
what
don't
the
know.
be.
Yeah, I'm not the only one, though. Slim Twiggy was having trouble, too. She probably gave up. And that's why I came on here, so I could just type it in on the computer.
Well, Becky, I was trying to watch your video and it wouldn't load up on my laptop.
Huh.
It was
Well, I rewatched it, and I don't know why, but it has a habit of making me look like I'm talking foreign because the lips don't match the voice.
But at least we can hear it, right?
At least you can hear it. It just, I couldn't even watch myself because what I was saying wasn't matching what I was hearing. And it's done it on every video. I don't know why. I don't know if it's that way for everybody, but that's how it is for me.
Hey, Stephanie.
See,
She's back.
Slim closed her YouTube a few times too. YouTube has done something, made it worse tonight.
Well, there have been so many times that I put in a comment and it doesn't come up as an error, but nobody sees it. And I do it on chat, so they should see it. But it's or else in midstream, I'm logged off, so I can't make any comments. And what the heck?
Yeah. WCB, it's not hard to understand you when you're yelling with all your caps.
When he's what?
Yelling with all the capital letters he uses.
No, we can understand you. We can understand you. We all have different accents, Southern, Yankee.
That's what I was thinking, Slim, that I might need an update.
Oh my goodness. The guild I belong to in Yakima had their treasure trove
Yeah,
sale.
you're perfect to understand, Wilkes. You're perfect.
I know he does, Slim. I was giving him a hard time.
And anybody that doesn't understand you is somebody that probably doesn't want to understand. I don't know. They're not listening.
Anyway,
I know he does. I was just giving him a hard time
I know.
because I can, right?
Slim, he's trying to get the point across. That's why he uses those capital letters.
Yeah,
Susan,
I was just giving him a hard time.
what were you saying, Susan?
our guild had a treasure trove sale today. They made over $2,000.
Oh,
Wow, that's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah, I am very
Nice.
So what quilts did you put in? You put in 6, right?
Yes, I put in 6 quilts. Come on. Phone, what is your problem? Come on, phone. Oh, Jimmy. Okay, I'll have to do the start. How often we start? I made a small New York beauty that I entered. What else?
Did you take pictures of them to share with us?
I have pictures of most of them. I'm waiting for my phone. It's being a pig.
Yeah. WCB,
Okay.
I was just kidding with you. I think he was typing that when I said that.
Hello, Mako.
Yeah, because I already said I was just kidding with him.
Come on, Wilkes, get that thick skin. Quit being so thin skin. You got this. You got to laugh or just let it roll right off your shoulders.
I know. I was just giving him a hard time, farm wife. He's being
Come on,
too
Wilkes,
serious
we're waiting for him to climb the
boo-hooing.
tree. Hey, Peggy, we're waiting for WCB to climb the tree, right? He was going to show us how to climb the tree, remember?
Yeah.
He forgot.
Okay, this is my New York beauty.
Let me
Get it a
put
little
this
closer to your. Oh, that's
Oh, is
gorgeous.
that gorgeous?
Wow.
Okay, come on. Then, because our fair is now 100 years old, they added a new category. Your quilts had to be a block that was at least 100 years old. So I did this. Hello.
What is that
Oh, that's
called?
beautiful.
Birds in the air.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I used
pretty.
production for it, which is not my wheelhouse. Not that, not that, not that. No, I didn't put that in. Whoops. I put in this delectable mountain table runner.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's pretty.
Is that batiks?
Is that what?
Is it batiks?
Batiks, yes.
Yeah. Batiks.
Uh-huh.
What did you call it, Peggy?
Batiks? Well, that's how it's spelled.
That's all we all know what it means. It all means the same, right, Peg?
Is that?
And I made this mosaic quilt.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
cool.
That's wow. Okay.
It got a blue ribbon.
Yay!
I'm sure. It's beautiful.
That's
and-
awesome.
Thank you. The others apparently I don't have a picture of. That's interesting. Those are the ones I have photos of.
Well, those are beautiful. Very nice.
They are.
Yeah.
They're all fancy.
So, Rita, earlier I tried to do a comment. What is that block next to the cow? It looks like a twisted piece of rope.
That the your party put in. I forget what loop the loop or something.
Yeah, she called it loop to loop.
Loop the loop.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Could you imagine a whole quilt with those? It'd look all twisted.
I think so. Your
Oh,
party
that's pretty.
made it.
Yeah, it's really pretty. But it does look all twisted. And that would be cool in a quilt because it looked like you'd had twisted.
I was sure getting worried about this one.
I love
Yeah,
that.
2 weeks. Charlotte still doesn't have hers. Did you get yours, Susan?
Bill?
Yes, I did, and I love it. It is so
Awesome.
cute.
Awesome. Yeah, some of them
Wow.
aren't the orange, but I ran out of the orange.
And that's okay. That's
Yeah,
such-
I had plans for the orange for a quilt that I was making, and when those didn't fit into that plan that I had to change, and we come up with the block swap, I said, "Oh, perfect! I can use all this for the swap because it wasn't designated." Yeah, wasn't designated. So I took that chicken fabric I showed you that's gray and white with the yellow. That's going to be the back of the swap quilt.
Oh,
And then
nice.
I'm going to use some of that chicken wire on the back as well. I might just bind it with the chicken wire. We'll see.
I have some fabric that I think will be really good for the back. I hope I have enough of it. It looks like a pasture with fencing.
Oh, cool.
That-
Yeah, I
that
don't know if
sounds
I
good.
have enough.
I hope
But
I
I'm-
have enough. I know
I'm going to have enough with the two different fabrics. With the chicken wire and the chickens, I should have enough.
Yeah.
Plus,
I
blocks
bought
are going back
fabric
there.
At a fabric store in Seattle when I was in college. I know that fabric is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So probably have to be a piece packing, but I do want to put what I have of that in the back.
Right. Yeah, because I'm only doing, what is it? 24 blocks on the front. The rest are going to go on the back.
I think
So
I
I'll
will
piece
do
them in
that.
on the back, and then I've got to make a label, right? Explaining the quilt for the back.
Right. That's what the guild I'm in did, a round robin quilt in small groups. And I sent a piece of fabric that I was going to use for the label to each of the ladies in the guild who did it around. So they wrote their names on them, so I know who they all were.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my leg, for crying out loud.
What are
They
you
say
taking?
prop it up, but after a while, it hurts being propped up.
What are you taking for pain?
Ibuprofen.
You don't have anything stronger?
I take gabapentin 3 times a day,
Oh, you do? Oh, wow.
but it's for a different type of pain. It's not for this kind of pain. It's for the nerve pain for my feet.
Yeah, I know gabapentin's for the nerve pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a
So
nurse. I was
it
a nurse.
it doesn't work the same way, right?
Right. I was a nurse before I was a police. I think you guys know that. I was a cardiac nurse.
I gotta move my footstool. Oh. So I take Advil, and the Advil seems to work. It's just
Advil's good. It lasts for what? 24
Advil's really good.
It does.
But
It's not that great
I
on the
can prop
kidneys
it
when you
up.
take a lot of it, though.
So I've got my leg up, right? Well, it gets to hurting
Right.
after a while when it's up like that, and it needs to come back down.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes it hard when I go to get up to go to the bathroom. I can't hardly move the first few steps because I've had it propped up.
Right. Well, that's not, yeah. Because
Yeah.
think about it. The blood flow is going up, and then you go down, and you got to get that blood flow down before you try to get down.
And that's what they're telling me is to keep it elevated. Okay.
Right.
But you don't have to try and hobble to the bathroom, right? Or take the dog out 3 times because she decided she wanted to go 3 times and try and get a dog treat each time.
That's hysterical. You know, when they say keep your leg propped up, that's the majority of the time. But there's times you can keep it down, too. Just put it down because,
I just put it down and it feels so much better. It feels
Exactly.
way better. Way better.
Do you. If it feels better down, put it down. But make sure you have it propped up some, too.
I can't straighten it, right? So when it's propped up, it's not straightened. I got pillows under the knee to keep it bent because straightening it will put me in tears.
Ugh.
Yeah, so
Oh my
that's why I
God.
think I might have tore something on the
That's
inside.
what I'm hoping you didn't tear the
Yeah.
ACL again or something, or
It's not
meniscus.
the
Or,
ACL, and you know how I know? When I tore my ACL, my leg went.
okay.
It didn't do it this time. It
Maybe
just got
is it
a little swelling on the inside of the knee, like towards my right leg, not behind it, but just on the inside towards my right leg.
meniscus?
I don't know.
You could have torn the meniscus.
Yeah. So they told me if it was still hurting this bad, go back Monday for an MRI so they can see. But there's no fracture,
Well,
which
it's
is
good to
good
go
because
anyway.
I came down
Yeah.
hard on it, right?
But you know, sometimes these tears are worse than fractures. Oh my
Well,
God.
when,
Oh, I don't know. I broke my left ankle 2016. You should have seen me trying to get to the bathroom with the splint. They had it up behind my knee, so I couldn't bend the knee. Small bathroom. Oh, that was a pain in the you know what.
when I tore my ACL, they put me in a straight leg brace until surgery.
Oh, that's
Okay.
painful. ACL. Ugh.
Do you know how hard it is to sit on the toilet with your legs sticking straight out in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I don't know. They think we're magicians or something,
So do
but
I, because I did my meniscus twice.
yeah. But I was actually got in the bed of the truck to get the feed sacks out. I had feed sacks in the bed of the truck. And I always stepped on the hub, right? Because it had a big hub and it stood out about so far. So if I just stepped up on the hub of the wheel, I could reach into the bed of the truck and pull those out. Well, when I went to get down, my left leg went out from under me and I hit the ground.
Oh, jeez.
And that's how I tore the ACL, just getting down off the truck. And my leg went from normal size to 3 times the size, and we like never got my pants off of it, right?
Oh my God.
It was horrible. It was horrible. Then when I
Yeah.
went back to the doctor, he said, "Well, you need to be wearing your compression sock." And I just looked at him and he goes, "What?" Because 2 weeks after I tore mine, he tore his skiing. And he had a compression sock on. And he said, "Well, you need to be wearing that compression sock." And
Why?
I said, "What compression sock, Doc? You never prescribed one for me. You never told me to wear one." He went, "Oh my gosh." Yeah. He's a good doctor though. He's the one that fixed my wrist. I had some guy in a Jeep pull out in front of me while I was doing 55 and broke my wrist. I'm lucky that's all I broke. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But he's the one that did surgery there, so I already knew he was a good doctor, but he forgot something, you know? We all do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day I broke my ankle was the day I was taking quilts to the quilt show in Yakima. Very first quilt show I was entering quilts in. Took the day off from work. Went down to get the mail, and I hear skateboarders behind me. I live north of the university. 4 guys on their skateboards filling the sidewalk, phones in their faces, earbuds in their ears, oblivious. I step out of the way. The next thing I know, I'm in, and it's the help I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh my God.
They went right on by.
Yeah.
The husband of a coworker saw me. He was going home, helped me up into his car, took me to my car, and I know he was assuming I was going to drive myself to the hospital here. Well, it wasn't hurting yet.
Good night, Slim.
So I get in my car. I've got my quilts already in the car. I leave our valley. I climb up the first of the 3 ridges between Ellensburg and Yakima. pressed that and it's starting to hurt.
Mhm.
I pulled off on the military road for the firing center, called one of the guild members that I knew was going to be there for the intake, and I say, I hurt my ankle, I'm on my way. She goes, well, when you get to the convention center, call and I'll come out and get your quilts. I drive the rest of the way. I'm holding my leg up while steering, one-handed. I get to the convention center. I call her. She comes out with another guild member, who I find out is a nurse. Thank you, Ginger.
Good.
Had me pull up to her passenger side of her car. She helped me into her car, took me to the hospital, and it was the one that she worked at, because I knew they took my insurance. I finally get in to see somebody in the emergency room after having dinner from the cafeteria and reading 3 quilt magazines that Ginger had with her. The nurse, first of all, asked, what's your pain between 1 and 10? And by that point in time, it really hurt. I said 10 to the 10th power. She said, okay, 10. And then she asked, where did it happen? And I said, how did it happen? And I told her. She said, where? I said, North Alder. She goes, Alder is east and west. I said, in Ellensburg, it's north and south. And she goes, and you came down here? You couldn't go to the hospital there? And I said, I had to get my quilts to the convention center first. She goes, oh, okay, I understand. My mother's a quilter.
It's funny. Yeah. Well, there were some guys working out front that day, but they couldn't hear me yelling at that dog because of their machines, right? And they couldn't see me because one of their trucks was in the way. And that was the only people out at 7:30 in the morning, right? So, yeah, me trying to get up, that was probably a hysterical sight for anybody that might have seen it. And then trying to get to the house. And luckily, both dogs behaved really well and didn't pull on me. Huh?
They can tell usually dogs when something's wrong.
Yeah. But it's just... Good night, everybody who left.
And sometimes we can't tell if they're leaving or saying good night to the ones that are leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peggy, who helps you now? Are you by yourself, or is there somebody that checks on you?
Mom.
Huh?
Because I had Mom's dog and my dog out with me.
No.
I live with my mother.
I mean, oh, you're with your mom? Okay, so you're not by yourself. So, okay.
Mm-mm.
Good.
She wanted to drive me to the hospital, but I said, no, I'll drive because I didn't want the dogs pinned up while who knows how long it'd take at the hospital, right?
Right, yeah.
And it's my left leg, not my right leg, which meant I could drive.
Exactly.
And I took my truck because, well, I got in the car that same night to go check the mail, and the car didn't have enough room really to bring my leg up in. I got it in there, but...
Yeah, and the higher up, I guess, the easier it is, right? To get in and out.
It's just there was more floor space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Between the seat and the door, and it wasn't as hard to get that leg in.
Right.
I still had to pick it up and put it in there, but
wow.
Just like if I go to put it elevated, I have to pick it up because there's not enough strength to pick my leg up. And that's why I think I probably tore something. Because I don't have the strength to lift the leg, actually.
Do you know what you could do? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Put a chain on it and a winch.
Yeah, that's it. Get like a towel or something and wrap it underneath your leg and then lift like that. You follow me?
And run around the house one-legged.
Stop it. I said when you're getting in the car or the truck or something.
I don't plan on getting in it again.
Oh, you're not? So you're gonna get the doctor's coming to you tomorrow, right? On Monday? You're not getting back in the car, right?
It depends on how bad it hurts by Monday.
The machine. They're gonna bring the machine and all to your house. That's awesome. And where do you live?
I got room in the garage for it.
Okay.
Just pull the truck out and they can put it
They'll
in
be there
there.
on Monday. You
Yeah,
just got to figure out how to get to the garage.
Oh
I
my
gotta
gosh.
give them directions.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You'll
No,
do
I'll
good.
probably drive. It wasn't that bad getting into the truck, right? Because it's got that grab handle.
Okay.
So I push up with my right leg and grab and pull with my arm, right? So then my left leg's dangling there and I just have to guide it into the truck. And then when I get out, I do it in reverse, right?
Oh my God.
So I sling the leg over, but I don't come down on it. I grab the handle and I let myself down onto my right leg so that I'm not doing it to my left leg.
Well, didn't somebody see you trying to get out of the truck that could help you at the hospital?
There wasn't anybody around. Well, there was an old woman wheeling another old woman into a car.
Yeah, that's good. That would have been great. Okay, hey, can you put me in their lap so you can wheel us both in at the same time? That's great. That's
Luckily, I did get to park in the. They have a little parking area near the emergency door, right? And there was a spot that you couldn't get any closer to the door than where I parked, unless, well, you pulled right in front of the door. But that was for ambulances, right?
Tasha's asking what kind of truck you have.
I have a. Yeah, just a minute, and I'll tell you. It's a Nissan Titan.
Okay.
2006 Titan. I had to forget. I always want to call it a Tundra, and it's not a Tundra. It's a Titan. It's a full-size pickup. So I get out of the truck, and there's just a couple old women, right, trying to help each other out. And I walk. Well, that's really not what you'd call a walk. I kind of hobbled all the way to the door. I had the cane and got to the door. And then when the door's open, I'm like, well, I hope they don't close fast because I'm not fast at all. And I hope they don't try to close on me while I'm getting through the door, right? So I make it through the first door and I actually have to stop, and they have a ledge on the window, right? So I had to stop and lean up against that ledge. Well, there's a man over here, sound asleep. I think he was waiting on a ride. He had the bandage, you know, the hospital wrap here, and he had bandages, and he's sound asleep. Never heard me hobbling up in there. And I get to the next door and it opens, and I'm praying again that this door stays open so I can get through it, right? And there's nothing to grab on the other side. And I get through and I just stopped and I looked, and the desk is way down there.
Oh my God.
Like all the seating is all in a row and the desk's way down there. And there's a guy sitting there. I don't know. He's reading his phone or something. And I get about 2/3 of the way there, mind you, before he noticed that I'm hobbling in. And I thought about getting one of those wheelchairs by the door, but I didn't want to wake that guy that was asleep in there, right? So I'm just hobbling in.
Hey, Doggle Man.
And no, it's a good hospital. Just it was early this morning. There wasn't anybody there. Well, I don't know where they were. I saw them afterwards, but I saw their car. So I get 2/3 of the way there, and then that guy that was on his phone noticed me hobbling, and he said, "Would you like me to get somebody?" And I just stood there for a minute, and I said, but I'm almost there. I'm right there. Right there. And he goes, well, let me know if you want me to get somebody. I'm like, well, that would have been nice at the door, but not when I'm almost to the counter, right? I'm almost to the counter. So I get to the counter, and bless her heart, she didn't see me because she was busy doing paperwork on the freaking computer, so she didn't even see me coming. And she goes, oh my gosh. And she ran, got a wheelchair. And she says, I've only got one that's got one leg on it. And I looked at her and I said, well, it's the right leg, so it'll be fine. She goes, I don't know what happened to all the legs that go to these wheelchairs, but I'm like, well, this is grand. So then she pushes me back out of the waiting room, and I wait, and they take me in, and the first thing she did was hit my foot on the wall.
Oh my God.
I know.
I can't even see. I'm crying so much. Oh my God.
So then they decided to go put me in this other room to wait to go get x-rays. And well, I have to lift my right foot because there's nothing there for me to set my right foot on. And I've got my left one out, and it's kind of supported. It's like that much too long, so the foot's not touching the bottom because I'm too short. And then I've got my cane, and she started to push me, and I said, oh, I might want to pick the cane up. It's got rubber stops on it. I could just see us doing a somersault in the hallway. And she said, yeah, you might want to do that. And then she goes, oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. I could use a day off.
You could use a day off.
So if she was to somersault over a patient, she could get a day off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can kind of laugh at it now, but yeah.
Oh, brings back memories.
Oh my God, is that hysterical?
And why do those x-ray tables have to be so hard? I mean, seriously.
The pharmacy at Yakima Memorial is downstairs, so you got to take an elevator. Well, the wheelchair that I was in didn't have a thing to rest my foot on. My calf was held, so my poor foot is hanging in midair, and Ginger accidentally rammed me into the wall. Ow!
Yeah. Well, the nurse practitioner, she says, well, I can get you some crutches, or you can use the cane. She says, I'd prefer you weren't up and moving about, so I'd really not want to get you any crutches to keep you from getting up and about. And so I said, the cane's fine. And, I don't want to be trying to hobble around the house with a pair of crutches anyway. But she did wheel me out to my truck. But then she couldn't figure out how to unlock the truck door with the key. She had it unlocked, and then she locked it. Then she had it unlocked, and then she locked it. And I finally stood up out of the wheelchair and said, here, let me show you. When the interior lights come on in the truck, that means the door is unlocked, right?
Right.
So my interior lights coming on, going off, coming on, going off, coming on, going off. I'm like, don't know how to unlock a door on a vehicle with a key. Because you had to use a key because the remote thing, even though I put a new battery in it, doesn't work. I don't know what its problem is. And then I drove home and hobbled out of the truck, shut the garage door, and just looked and thought, I didn't realize it was that far to the door. I should have just parked in the yard and had Mom put the truck in the garage. That's what I should have done. Or just let her park it in the back there somewhere.
Oh, is that funny?
They gave me crutches.
We're echoing.
I was driven home. Ginger's husband drove my car home, which was nice. So I got a car. And It took 3 people to get me up the 2 steps into my apartment.
Oh my God.
There's 2 steps out here on the back deck. There's
Yeah.
2 steps. They're not fun. They
No,
are
they're
not fun.
Then, this was in May. About 5 weeks later, I get told I can take myself to the store. I was great. I had a walking boot on. But I was supposed to use my crutches. I put the crutches in the cart, holding onto the cart. I get my groceries. They bring my groceries out to my car. I get home, and it's like, oh God, how do I get my groceries into my house?
Right?
Oh wow.
Well, Doggle Ben, let's.
I have the nicest neighbor. He said, "Oh, you went to the store, and I bet you can't bring your groceries in." I said, "Yeah, Ron," and he goes, "I'll bring them in for you."
That was nice.
Very nice.
So, Doggle Ben, you have to understand that I have neuropathy in my feet, and my feet hurt on the daily. And walking very far, my feet hurt. So now imagine that I have all the weight on one foot. So it's pretty rough. I could probably laugh at it now like you guys did, but
we were
laughing
with you, not just at you.
It probably was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Oh God, everybody sounds like a bunch of idiots.
Well, in a way, it brought so many memories back for me with the broken ankle. And the comedy of errors.
Were you at an emergency room or were you at a treatment center? Or where were you?
Which one of us?
You. Were you at an ER, Peggy?
Yeah.
An ER, and there was not security there to meet you at the door?
Security. His car was there.
Stop it.
So,
there's usually a security person here in Chicago.
There is. And there was. Just not when I was coming in.
But they usually... But wasn't there somebody at... Oh, my God. I don't know.
The guy sleeping who had been released from the hospital. Nobody's come
you know
pick
what?
him yet.
It was probably his break time, and there's only one.
No, there were 2.
Oh, well,
you know how I know?
How?
Because I watched him go past about a gazillion times.
As you were walking?
Sitting in the room.
As you were walking?
No, while I was sitting in the room waiting to go to x-rays.
Oh, they saw you coming, so they disappeared. So then when you got back there and you were safe and sound, that's when they started walking by.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, sure it does, of course.
Because nobody went out and checked on that poor guy that was asleep, and nobody came and picked him up because he was done at the hospital. Because he was still there 2.5 hours after I finally left.
Well,
he was still asleep.
It's okay. It was his nap time, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah. And according to the practitioner and nurse, he was there when she got there that morning.
Oh my God!
Really? Well, it sounds
she couldn't believe he was still there.
Well,
I said, "Well, somebody needs to come and get him or give him a ride home."
Maybe he was homeless, and that's where he was living that night. You never
He just
know.
got out of the hospital. They just released him from the emergency room.
Okay.
He had a hospital bandage on and bandages on him. And he's sitting there asleep waiting for somebody to care enough to come get him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how long he'd been there. Been there a long time since she got there that morning. She didn't realize he was still there because she wasn't coming out. She was doing her job, right, in the back. So she probably thought someone came and got him. But the lady at the desk, who has a clear shot to the door,
that's security's job. That's what security does in normal.
And that security guy should have checked on him.
Apparently, they
he could have not been sleeping. He could have been dead.
Could have been dead. Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just know it's like I decided to go to...
That's what I'm saying. Maybe homeless. Maybe he had no home. Exactly. I agree with that 100%. I see a lot of that up here.
I decided to go to the emergency room when there's nobody there. Like, who does that? Who goes to the emergency room and nobody's there?
You
Who
did
does
that. Security wasn't even there.
The car was there.
I know.
It was parked really close
Do you
to
know
the
what
door.
you did? You should have knocked on the window because he was taking a nap. Darn it.
Who?
Security.
He
Maybe
wasn't
was
in the
asleep.
car.
How
Car
do
was
you know?
empty. Car
Oh,
was
okay.
empty.
So she did
I had
look.
to hobble past it. There wasn't nobody in it.
I'm being funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where they were, but when they took me out of the one room to move me to another room so the lady could come get me for x-ray, just walking all kinds of back and forth. Then after she brought me back to that room to wait for the doctor to read the x-rays, they back and forth, these security guards.
Well, do you know these security guards? They don't have much training and stuff. I was in the emergency run one time years ago, and I heard this doctor's going, "I need help." So here I am, and here's a guy. He's laying on the gurney. He had a knife, and he was going to stab the doctor. I got my mace out, and this would never happen to me again, ever, ever. I sprayed, and instead of the spray coming out, a long stream went from the end of the bed where I was standing right into his eye. What are the chances? He dropped the knife. Security comes. They got to do a report. I said, a report for what? You didn't do anything. What did you do? Well, we got to do a report. I said, no, you don't.
Report
Maybe
for
I should
what?
do it.
For you being late? Let's report how you were late.
A report for what? Saying that, whatever? There's no report to be done. If anybody does a report, it's going to be me because I had to use my mace. You're not going to do a report because you weren't even around and even see what happened until after the fact. Make them look good like they saved somebody, a doctor, right?
And we had some local officers come in because the security officers, they had a little white triangle here, and then further down they have a little white triangle on their uniform, right? And then the back says security. But we had some local officers came in, and I watched them go by too. So why didn't they notice the poor gentleman in the front asleep and check on him? And why didn't the security? And why didn't the lady at the desk who could see clear out there, right? I mean, you can't be so busy in your job at a hospital that you don't notice that one of your patients is still sitting in the entryway.
Well, the police officers probably just got walked in and they didn't know when he was released. That's not, nobody was right here, and
Right.
They just walked in. So they weren't going back and forth, those police. But the security, on the other hand, going back and forth and knowing that's who dropped the ball there.
Him and the lady at the desk.
And the lady at the front desk.
Yep.
Is this a
Because
big
I don't
hospital?
blame the nurse practitioner or the other nurses in there.
No,
because
they're
back
in the
there
back.
behind
They're in the
all
back.
these doors doing their job.
Yes.
So they don't see it.
Is that a big hospital? How big is that hospital? Is it little or?
It's pretty good size. We've got a population of, I think, 80,000. And there's two hospitals, this one and the other one, but you don't want to go to the other one. You want to go to the one I went to. Yeah.
And
but
the
they
other
have all my records.
was worse than the one you just described.
It really wasn't bad. I just think that, one, there wasn't hardly anybody there. So they were a little complacent, I think. Because my doctor is with Union Hospital, and she is amazing, right? And so they had all my records when I got there. They knew everything I was allergic to and everything. And the people that did take care of me were really good at their job. It's like the receptionist wasn't paying attention. The security guard wasn't paying attention. But everybody else did an amazing job. Yes, at Terre Haute, at Union Hospital. But I think that's who dropped the ball, security and the receptionist. Because everybody else did their job really well. Yeah.
And little did they know that's part of their job. They know that.
Who? Security?
They know
And
that.
the-
They're supposed
and
to
the
make rounds
receptionist,
and
yeah.
check, and the receptionist check. Common sense tells you if somebody's been sitting there for an hour, a half an hour, where's your ride,
Are you okay? Do you need me to call you one?
But it
And then
wasn't busy,
then
so
they
they
would
were on
find
their
out if this person's homeless and get him to a shelter, right?
they're on their phone texting and talking and stuff, and other things are more important.
Yeah. Yeah. But the people actually doing their jobs, like the nurse practitioner and the nurses and the woman with the x-rays, they did a really good job. But
Right.
there's just a couple that, makes it look bad.
Yeah, and
And,
stuff like that makes it
accidents
look bad
happen
for
and you
everybody.
misjudge the length of somebody's foot and hit a wall. No big deal.
Oh my God, that's
Unless
horrible.
it's you, unless it's the
It
one
was
that
her knee
hurts.
or whatever. Then she comes in. It was my knee. Now I hit the wall. Now I think my ankle's broken. That's just lovely.
And then my hip and all my things hurt now.
Oh God.
Yeah, come on, chat. Quit it.
I wonder if somebody would have noticed you if you were crawling. If you had been laid down and just started crawling, nobody would have. You think anybody would have noticed it? No.
Well, I don't really have a problem with Union Hospital, dog. It's just there's a couple people that dropped the ball. Like I said, the receptionists and security guards. Everybody else did an amazing job. So is he going to have an office at both places, Indy and Terre Haute? As my doctor's office is in Marshall, Illinois, but she also works down here at the hospital in Terre Haute. Oh, for crying out loud! My footstool slid away while I was trying to prop my heel up.
I think Sandra's going to bed. Good night, Sandra.
Good night, Sandra.
Night, Sandra.
How far are you from me, Peggy?
It is a 4.5-hour drive to get to Syracuse, which is actually, where Elkhart is in Goshen?
Elkhart, yes.
So Syracuse is about another 45 minutes from south of Elkhart. And I think, isn't it 90 minutes from Elkhart to Chicago?
Something like that, yeah. So you're not too far.
So
Okay.
I would actually think that from where I'm at to Chicago would be closer because I wouldn't have to cut through all of Indiana, right?
Right.
I missed that comment.
I've been to.
Oh, God,
They're not 100 miles apart. It's I'm wanting to say 55 or 60. Nancy, I had the dogs out yesterday morning for their morning business on leashes in my own yard. And this somebody's dog, I don't know whose it is, it's a stray, or not a stray, but it's an uncontained, uncontrolled dog, which is either a Malamute or a Husky, but he's big. He comes probably to my waist. And I seen him come barreling across the highway. And I knew he was headed towards me and my dogs. So I went to put myself between my dogs and that dog. And the grass was wet and my leg went out from under me and I went down. So nothing's broken according to the doctors. But if the pain is still like it is right now and this morning, I need to go in for an MRI on Monday if the pain's that bad.
Call ahead so somebody meets you at the door. Did you hear me?
Yeah. Well, Rita can go at any time she wants to go. All she has to do is end the feed. I mean, seriously.
End it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all she has to do is end the feed.
And we're all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've yawned a couple times.
Okay, we're gonna let you go, Rita, because it's 10 after 11.
I've been on here for 3 hours and 24 minutes.
Well, hey, let me tell you, Peggy and I
Well,
were doing the
I
next
turned my light down so I couldn't see the clock.
Peggy, you and I were
Well,
late. We were doing the next
It's
shift.
9:10 here, which means it's like past midnight for Rita.
It's 10 after 11 by us.
It's 11 here. 10 minutes
Okay.
after 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a possibility, dog.
Yeah. So good night, everybody.
I'm gonna go. Good night, Peggy. Good night, Rita.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
I explained it on my channel for both of you.
I gotta go see it. I'm gonna go see it. I'm going now.
Love y'all.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, it's 11:11 here. So good night, everybody. I'm going to go get ready for bed. Don't have to do much to get ready, but that's where I'm headed. And I'll see y'all all tomorrow. Thanks for coming by and visiting. Hope you had a good time listening to everybody chit chat. Good night, Candy. Good night, Sandra. Good night, Sheila. I love all you girls. Good night.